Oh, look at Pain in the X. Oh! Oh! 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Finally. Oh, they're 1 minute late. They're 1 minute late! Spam this. Blood and gore. Oh, it's a cinematic trailer.
Welcome back to the temporary worldwide headquarters of ZeniMax Online
Temporary?
Studios. Last month,
it's like a public park.
We had a lot of fun connecting with all of you, our amazing community, during 3 days of panels, streams, and lots more.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Plus, I got to share the global reveal of our Stonethorn DLC gameplay trailer.
Okay.
Today, we'll give you a first look at everything we have planned for the remainder of the year.
I think it's just a headquarters. I'm like, is that a public park?
Epic conclusion of the Dark Heart of Skyrim year-long adventure. We've got new free content, updates on upcoming community events, and plenty more. Regardless of whether you've been with us from the beginning or just recently joined us in Western Skyrim, we've got a lot going on to keep you busy in Tamriel.
Okay.
Oh, one last thing. It wouldn't be an ESO stream without us giving away an in-game item. So, for everyone watching live, you'll be able to claim a purple torchbug pet for free. Now sit back and enjoy as we head back to Skyrim for more adventures together.
Nice shirt, Matt. Hi, I'm
that's cute.
Creative Director at ZeniMax Online
That's cute.
Studios. Welcome
I like that.
Before we dive in, I want to take a moment to personally thank the ESO community. You've made Tamriel your home away from home.
You're welcome.
These challenging times, we're seeing more and more of you playing.
Yeah, he lost weight. He lost weight. He's been working out. 16 million players? Last time was 10 million players.
As you are the ones that make ESO what it is today. Our year-long journey through the Dark Heart of Skyrim began back in February with the Harrowstorm DLC. Since then, we've released 2 additional updates to the story in Greymoor and Stonethorn. These content drops have taken you to one of the most beloved locations in Tamriel,
the video editing,
Western Skyrim, and are set almost 1,000 years before the events of Elder Scrolls V. Millions of you have already descended into this dark tale of vampires and werewolves, and we can't wait for you to experience the epic conclusion. The ESO Markarth DLC releases November 2nd on PC, Mac, and Stadia, and November 10th on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
That gives us about
we dive deeper into
less than 2 months.
Let's take a quick look back at some of the highlights from this past year and how we got to where we are. Don't worry, I promise no spoilers.
What? Give us spoilers. This is Harrowstorm Dungeons. I really like this boss, by the way. Like, it just freaked me out. Then I played Dark Souls 3. And I was like, wait, did they get the idea from Dark Souls 3? Oh yeah, that heavy attack. Storm of Fortress of the Undead. That's pretty cool though. The animation. Why are they all winding up their heavy attacks?
Like what's happened over the past 8 months, setting you up for the final showdown with the powerful vampire lord, Rada al-Saran. With more on how the Dark Heart of Skyrim story continues in ESO Markarth,
Vampire
let's
Lord.
throw it over to lead writer Bill Slavisek and senior content designer Janet Priblo.
So what drives us to Markarth? In the Greymoor chapter, we learned that Rada al-Saran's plans were taking him to the Reach.
This is the Reach, and the Reach people are in their homeland. They're not conquered by anyone at the moment. They're not fighting anyone trying to take over their land. They are in the land that they feel is theirs.
Okay. You know, nostalgia is a very important element for a lot of our game because the fans are so invested in what has come before in Elder Scrolls. When they get to Markarth, they're going to get to walk around a city they've seen before, except 800 years
It's turned
later.
all the way
So
up
this
tentacle.
is a different version of that same place. It's going to feel familiar, It's going to look familiar, but it's also different and exciting and full of different people than you met the last time you were there.
It's not like this pristine city that you see in Skyrim, for example. And you see a lot more people with antlers. They love fashion with antlers, so you do see that a lot too. Getting to work and create for the Reach people as just people, not a common enemy you run across everywhere, was one of the most fun things on this release. You end up meeting some Reach people that you work with, and so you develop a relationship with them. There's
that's cool. They're not enemies.
Arana, who I loved working on this and creating quests around this character. She's really strong.
That's pretty
She's
cool.
also a
They've
witch.
always been
There's a
antagonists,
term of
right?
respect for the Reach people for the most part.
The player actually gets to ask the question, "You're really a witch? You're not like anyone I've ever met before." And she says, "Oh, have you met a lot of us in the past?" That was a pretty clever exchange to put together.
One of the people you face, and this time literally, Rada El-Saran, I would call him the big bad of the zone.
He was originally a Redguard sword saint before he became a vampire. And
What?
This was eons ago.
A
Rada
Redguard
El-Saran
sword
is
saint
not
became a
interested in
vampire, dude.
taking over the world. He doesn't want to destroy Tamriel. He doesn't want to wipe out a race of people. That's not his jam. What he wants, it's a very personal quest. It just happens to probably result into the death of many, many people.
We're bringing back Sahan. He is the Redguard
Sahan
character from the original main story. He shows up along with his beloved Snow Lily, Lyra
Whoa!
Straightborn.
They're fighting together. They're fighting together,
I'd
dude.
especially like to bring back a character that you might have worked with. And so, Verandas, we got to flesh him out further as time has gone on. Our storytelling, I think, has gotten deeper, so our characters get a little deeper. And you find out a lot more about him. Verandas is very old, and as is Rada El-Saran, and then you realize they had a connection, and as you go through the quest, you realize it was a pretty strong connection.
There's a big secret between him and Verandas that goes back centuries. I think that's going to be a really cool reveal as that unfolds as the story progresses.
One of the other big deals is a woman called Lady Belaine, who is stunning, and she knows it. And you have
Yeah,
to
she knows
figure
it.
out
Hell yeah,
what
brother.
her game is as you go through the quest line.
She is an ancient vampire. She is working with the Grey Host because it is in her best interest, not because she believes in Rada El-Saran's ultimate goal and plan.
And like Rada El-Saran, she's not as straight up, she's not mustache twirling.
New waifu material.
villain. She also has very strong reasons for wanting what she wants.
She is a very complex, mystifying character, and when you find out the whole backstory, I think it will be very, very illuminating because it's kind of different from anything we've done before with the vampires. We have a character called the Despot of Markarth.
The Despot of
He is a
Markarth.
Reachman.
Audens was right.
He has aspirations of being king of the Reach, even though
Yo, Audens was right.
folk don't like that title. So he goes
called
by
it.
the title of Ard, which means king of the fort. We wrote Ard Kadok as a very blustery, no-nonsense, just as willing to kill
Bruh.
you as work with you.
The
And he
lore
kinda just
master
wanna
called it.
smack
Our
you
lore
all the
master
time,
called
And
it.
he's always with the pithy, sayings and things like that.
But he kind of grows on the player as the story goes along, and the player earns his respect, and I think the player...
Lore
also
master
gains
Auden.
respect
I'm gonna
for him
type this
as
in
the
chat.
story progresses.
Was right. Lore master Audens was right. That's hilarious.
There's more to the Dark Heart than just this gothic tone, and you will absolutely find out
Get
what
used
that
to it.
is.
You get rocketed right into the story, and it's non-stop action as you try to figure
that's a
out
different
what the
looking
Grey
gargoyle.
Host is up to in the Reach, why they've come to this desolate land, and what it means for the Reach folk who are caught in the middle of this war that's not theirs.
There's a certain satisfaction to stopping the bad guy, but also having a full understanding of, why this happened. And to me, that was
Despo's first mentioned
just a
collector's
great way to
edition book of
conclude
Base
a
Union 6
year-long
years ago.
adventure of
Nice.
dealing with vampires and werewolves and creepy dark things and going underground and everything.
Back in January, when we first revealed Greymoor, Pete and I shared some of our own memories of Skyrim.
Back before the
Like
days of
many
the
you,
pandemic.
we have very fond memories of adventuring in that world.
And with me in pants, so you know it's a big day.
Now we get a rare opportunity to take our community back to one of the most beloved regions in Tamriel and provide a different look at Skyrim from the perspective of our era. One of my favorite moments while developing this DLC was walking up to the gates of Markarth during our initial blockout stages for the very first time. Seeing this epic Dwemer fortress built into the mountainside and instantly recognizing it from Skyrim was
Wow, that
so
looks
cool.
pretty good.
Skyrim comes to life in a new way, and that continues in Markarth, which takes you to places familiar but new. Or is that old?
Old.
When I first saw Markarth in Skyrim, it was exactly the kind of city I love when I'm playing a fantasy game.
Bruh. It doesn't look...
Most of the city is actually not even visible. It's beautiful, there's waterfalls and there's citizens walking around and everything looks amazing. And then you go in one of these doors and you realize that this thing goes 70 meters back into the rock wall, and it's all this Dwemer madness. Part of that mystery and storytelling that Skyrim does all over the place, where you're happy to be there, but you really want to know more about what's going on.
When you walk in there, just the sheer scale and
Oh, it's the lore master! It's the real lore master!
It's nuts. Markarth exists in our time period.
Bruh, I can't believe he lost his fingerprints.
Those huge dwarven spires and big buildings and walls and stuff. We are kind of harkening back to, you know, the original Skyrim interpretation, but during our time period, it is not controlled by the Nord.
This city that's been abandoned by the Dwemer is now completely overrun or occupied by the Reachmen, who are a bit rougher around the edges.
When we talked about the city of Markarth specifically, we said, all right, this is Markarth, but it's going to look different. We're going to have to get some Reach influence in there.
When they come into the city, they don't get what all this fancy schmancy Dwemer nonsense was about. They want to know why the walls are so clean. You know, why aren't there some fetishes up there? Why aren't there some markings on that wall?
Okay. Oh, we can go underground.
Down underneath Markarth,
bro,
you're gonna find out that Blackreach caverns extend all over the whole of Western Skyrim.
Blackreach allows us to show a really alien landscape that contrasts a lot from what we'll see topside.
In the hundreds and thousands of years since the Dwemer have been there, now the vampires have been down there. Now the Reachmen are starting to find their way down there. And we're finding out more of the story of what the Dwemer were doing down here, and subsequently what the vampires...
They said they weren't going to do underground zone, though. That's cool that they're
the other dwarven ruins in Blackreach
continuing it. I like it. I like the underground.
Tremendous. Just walking into the library, you can look up and you see stacks of what might have been books or scientific tools and stuff, and the scale of it is really tremendous.
We got to think about and design, well, what would Dwemer academia look like? Would they have just simple walls with a couple of books and bookshelves? No.
They would have floppy disks.
Bookshelves that
they have USB drives,
80
dude.
meters up into the ceiling, right? Because they're Dwemer and that's the way they're going to do it. Everything they do is grand. We have an enormous cave. How do we go?
Yo, that looks so cool.
And then when you combine that with some of the vampiric architecture that we've developed, it doesn't feel like you're in a cave at all. It feels like you're standing at the foot of this horrific cathedral. It's both sprawling and amazing, but also sort of claustrophobic.
We wanted to make sure that all the visuals were supporting that storytelling of a year-long gothic, dark adventure.
There are a number of new monsters that tie in kind of explicitly with the plot. They're these dark, inky, shadowy beings. And this is another case where we worked hand in hand with CJ and the art team to develop a new language for, okay, they're not just shadows, right? They're not just skeletons. These are something different.
One of the new creatures we got to do was a massive Dwemer fortress, sort of. A walking insectoid. Reminiscent of a rhinoceros beetle.
Dwarven Dynaster is unbelievable. It's unlike any Dwarven war machine that we've seen before. We've never created anything at the scale of the Dynaster.
Bruh.
Going to Skyrim is like going home, but it's like kind of going to home and you get there and the door's already open. You're like, what's going on here? It's home, but it's something is off, right?
There are intrigues. There are vampires.
Okay.
There are people getting ready to be backstabbed when they think they're about to backstab someone else.
At the end of this story, you'll really have a sense that we've told a complete story, and Skyrim will never be the same again.
So there's a lot of cool stuff to explore in Markarth when it releases November 2nd on PC, Mac, and Stadia, and November 10th on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There's about 10 hours of new content in this DLC, in addition
10 hours of new
brand
content.
Solo Arena.
Solo Arena!
First one since Maelstrom.
No!
I'm excited to get in there.
Whatever, I
learn
guess
some new
Arena's
mechanics,
Arena.
and chase some new leaderboard times. We're a few months away from the DLC release.
I wanted a 2-man arena, dude.
Sneak peek.
Solo.
ESO Markarth.
Solo Arena. We've been bamboozled. Bruh. This looks pretty cool though. Oh, those effects, dude. Where Pepe Hands, where's 2-man arena? We'll have to figure out how to hack it and do it
If you're eager
together.
to get started on the Markarth story, I've got some exciting news. The prologue quest that kicks off Markarth is available today, and it's free for anyone who owns ESO. So even if you haven't started Greymoor, you can still get a taste of ESO's take on Skyrim right now. I love this prologue quest because it brings back an old friend.
Who?
One you've grown to trust and admire.
Yeah, whatever.
That's right, Verandis is coming back. And along the way, you will discover a secret about him that kind of turns your world upside down. The ESO community has had a lot of fun with the antiquity system that came with the Greymoor chapter. Antiquities change how you play ESO by ramping up the exploration of the world in search of hidden treasures. It's a great way to go sightseeing throughout the entirety of Tamriel and learn more about the lore of Elder Scrolls. We have our next in-game event kicking off in just a few days, and it centers around antiquities. Get ready for the lost
Looks like
treasures
PTS will be Monday
of
with that
Skyrim.
release date.
We're challenging the ESO community to work together to reach a goal. Grab your shovel and your antiquarian's eye because we're asking everyone to
Grab
dig
your
up
shovel.
antiquities and lost treasures throughout Western Skyrim.
Lads.
The more you participate, the more treasures will be uncovered and the more rewards we'll be giving away.
Bro.
You won't want to miss these in-game rewards either.
Why not?
An awesome face and body markings pair,
Okay.
a pet.
Oh.
If you all hit or surpass the overall goal, you'll get the super cool Antiquarian's Alpine Gallery home and
Yo!
unique house guest.
It's like the Somerset home.
For showing off all your prized possessions to all your friends.
It's like the Somerset home
Remember,
event.
House guests.
They gave it away for free.
Character pathing in homes is brand new to ESO. It launched with Update 27, and it's been so exciting to see just how much fun players are already having with it.
Yeah, that was
The
pretty
event launches
cool.
on
The
September
padding was
23rd
pretty
on all
cool.
platforms. You can visit the ESO website to track the community's progression towards unlocking.
I'm spamming chat. I'm spamming Bethesda chat. Grab your shovel, lads. Grab your shovel, lads.
Oh! This amazing event.
What is this?
Now is the perfect time to jump into ESO. It's Skyrim. It's ESO.
And Indiana
it's
Jones.
Antiquities.
And Jackie
It's
Chan.
a ton of fun, and we're proud of it. We have a ton of in-game events, activities, and prizes, all in celebration of the amazing growing community within the Elder Scrolls Online. In fact, let's take a look at some of the highlights right now for everything coming your way soon.
The only reason why I can spam is because I'm a VIP on the Bethesda stream chat. Slow-mo's enabled, I'm pretty sure. Free content. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. What is that? In-game event. Work together to unlock exclusive rewards. Alright! Grab your shovel, guys. Who's coming to dig with me, boys? Who wants to dig with me? The Alpine Gallery, markings, house guest. Oh! A house guest? Bro. Alright, we're gonna do digging. We're gonna do a lot of digging today. Or when the event starts. Oh, the Witches Festival got a new polymorph, I think. Mud ball. Okay. Can we build ultimate? That's such a weird fashion setup. Bro. Okay.
Yes, we can
I'm
confirm
digging
that
this
many of
content.
your
That's pretty
favorite
good.
in-game events will be returning this year, including Witches Fest,
All right.
an Undaunted Celebration,
All right.
and New Life.
Yeah, typical. Yeah.
Before I hand the reins over to Gina and Jess for a special ESO Live, a few quick reminders. ESO Markarth is available November 2nd on PC, Mac, and Stadia, and November 10th for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and anyone with the base game can play the Prologue Quest today. And for those already in Greymoor, you can uncover the lost treasures of Skyrim starting on September 23rd.
Bro.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you again for joining us for this inside look at all the content coming to ESO and the Dark Heart of Skyrim. And thank you for being the best community in gaming.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
See you all
You're welcome.
in Tamriel.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Solar Arena, new house. That's for free, probably. Digging event.
You guys want to see my bees? And these are my bees.
Oh yeah, he's a beekeeper too.
I'm not going to open it up because...
Can I have your fingerprints?
I don't have my suit on.
Beethoven's the one that barks.
That's
he
cute.
went back upstairs to go to sleep, so he's not going to bark.
Hello. Can you tell me more about the cicada killers?
Bro!
This is the longest I've been outside in weeks.
That is the House of Vintage Doll Heads. I love old
Doll heads? What?
Cracked and kind of creepy and weird sometimes, and yet these are things that were probably very much loved in their time.
Okay.
Does it feel like royalty?
Oh, she's cute.
Like I'm your servant or something?
That's sweet.
She's a fan of the Khajiit. Likes those Khajiit.
Of course she's a fan of Khajiit.
Yeah, that's the cat people in the game. They're called the Khajiit.
No, they're cheetahs.
They're what?
No, they're cheetahs.
Wow, everybody, how amazing was that video? It was great, right?
It was amazing.
Awesome.
It was amazing.
We are so excited that we are giving
Let's
everybody
spin.
this exclusive first look at the conclusion of the Dark Heart of Skyrim year-long adventure. This has been really special for us.
This is alive.
It's been an entire year of Skyrim. There's been these content drops. We had the Harrowstorm DLC, the Greymoor chapter, the Stonethorn DLC. And now Markarth is coming up in Q4. So it's been really cool to be able to give everybody this sneak peek of the rest of the year. Before we get...
that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, you go. Sorry. This is what we do in these shows, right?
I loved that last video. Like, we were so pumped. And it looks like from Twitter and Twitch comments, you guys are all too.
Yeah, for sure. I've been watching chat. We've all been watching chat just kind of on the sidelines, and everyone is just
so fun.
going crazy.
I love the enthusiasm.
Gamer Bruno time.
So let's just introduce everybody for the next maybe hour and a half. We will be streaming a very special ESO Live on Saturday. I'm Gina, one of the community managers for ESO.
Is this pre-recorded?
I'm Jess, also on the community team with Gina.
And we see Finn is here, our lead encounter
Why do you think
designer.
Saturdays today?
The Fininator.
The Fininator.
The Fininator.
So
F you, Finn.
we are going to give everybody just a quick glance at what we're going to be doing during this ESO Live.
We have a lot lined up here.
We're going to kick everything off. Just a quick recap of the announcements we just made.
No,
just
it's
in
live.
case you tuned in late, if you missed something, we're going to go over everything very quickly. And then we are really excited to let you know we're going to be doing a live walkthrough of Vatashran Hollows. This is the single-player arena that Rich had mentioned
yeah.
it's coming with the Markarth DLC. So Finn is going to walk us
Showcase of
through,
upcoming items and
spoiler-free, and just
collectibles
show
Markarth
everybody what's
2028.
going on in this arena.
Then we're also going to showcase some of the upcoming items and collectibles in Markarth and Update 28, the all-free base game update for Q4. A discussion of Update 28 base game.
New arena
with
sets
lead
probably.
Gameplay designer Rob Garrett, who some of you may remember from previous ESO Live shows.
Mm-hmm.
And a brief explanation of the upcoming Lost Treasures of Skyrim event.
We have a good show planned for everybody. We hope you'll stick around because we do have some more surprises in store for everybody.
And hey, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to our global communities who are joining us tonight. For some of you, it's very late. Or if you're in Australia, it's super early, and we're so happy to thank you for joining us here during this very special event.
For sure. I have to say, we've been sitting on this arena for a while. Like, I keep forgetting that we haven't actually talked about it publicly yet. So it's so good to just kind of get this out there and see everybody excited about it.
I get the feeling.
We've been doing a lot of setup
I know
and
the feeling.
preparation. We are going to be using an internal server. Finn is actually at the office right now. We got clearance for him to come in.
Oh, he went to the office.
He's not heavy breathing. We got him a good
It's
headset.
not heavy breathing. Phone calls tonight or today.
I want heavy breathing, dude.
We're good to go.
I'm adequately oxygenated, I guess. That's how that works.
Is there somebody standing by with a fan just kind of blowing air?
Yeah, right, that's all it is. That was part of the stipulation. Somebody's with a giant palm leaf next to me.
Got some snacks earlier, right?
Yeah,
Wayne's off screen.
Yeah,
You can't see him.
Yeah, Wayne's off screen. Actually. He doesn't have a palm leaf. I'm just kidding. But he is off screen.
All right, so let's just recap very quickly everything that we went through in this video. So as Rich mentioned, Markarth DLC is coming November 2nd to PC, Mac, Steam, and Stadia, November 10th for Xbox One and PS4. Now, this is a story DLC.
Okay.
It's about the same size and scope as Murkmire or Dragonhold. So in this, you're going to be teaming up with heroes from some of the previous DLCs in the Greymoor chapter. You saw in the video, Sai Sahan and Lyris are coming back, which is pretty exciting. You're going to be visiting this new zone of the Reach with Blackreach Underground, which again, you saw in the video. It's about 10 or so hours of quest content. You have 2 new delves, 2 world bosses. That Vatashran Hollow single-player arena is included in the DLC, which is really
I wonder what they'll add to Elite Ring.
If
Interesting.
you haven't played any of the other Skyrim DLCs
I'm just spamming.
it's
I want the
totally
heavy
fine
breathing, dude.
because you can play
At this
these
point.
in any order, which is nice. There is a special main quest line that you can complete if you've done the one from Greymoor. So once you get into Markarth, you can kind of complete the whole story.
I sacrificed Sai.
This is
Same.
included with ESO Plus. So if you have an ESO Plus membership, you can get access to the Markarth DLC. Now, one thing
It's the
that
quick siphon.
we didn't mention yet, you actually don't have to wait long to try this out because it is coming to the public test server this Monday in 2 days.
What?
September 21st.
Yes. So Monday, we will be taking PTS down to update it and get Update 28 and the Markarth DLC.
Oh, God.
for
PTS
everybody to
already.
try out.
It's like skinny
And all
Saturday.
the
It's a Monday.
screenshots that you're seeing right now are from the Markarth DLC.
This Monday.
They're really pretty, huh?
Oh, you mean this one? There we go. And this one?
Yeah, they are pretty hot. Not gonna lie.
Rich also mentioned that the prologue quest is available now for Markarth. Anyone who owns ESO,
6-hour passion review incoming.
even if you haven't played through some of that Skyrim
God.
content, you can play through this prologue quest. So there is a quest starter in the Crown Store. Just look for the House Ravenwatch contract. It's under quest starters. Doesn't cost anything, so all you have to do is head to the Crown Store and grab that free item, which is super convenient.
Okay.
And then we also mentioned every year we have a big community event in September. So you might remember these from past years. We had a summer fall event. This is similar. It's called the Lost Treasures of Skyrim, and it centers around the antiquities system. You will need to have the Greymoor chapter in order to be able to participate.
I'm just spamming. I want the heavy breathing, dude.
Come together to complete antiquities throughout
Where's Finn?
Tamriel. It's a great excuse to go and visit lots of areas that maybe you haven't seen or you haven't seen in a long time, and dig up antiquities and come together to unlock very special and unique rewards. So we'll have a few more details later in the show. As you saw from the video we watched previously, there's some really cool stuff, including an all-new Nord-themed house and the very first house guest that we'll be bringing into ESO.
Cool.
So we're really excited to have you all try that out starting next week on September 23rd. And also this year's end of year promotion is right around the corner. This is called Tamriel Together. We'll have prizes, community activities, and of course lots of fun for you to take part in all throughout the end of the year. So we're really excited about this one, and watch for more details coming next week.
Lastly, we see everybody in chat asking about Twitch drops. When am I getting my purple torch bug? At the end of this stream, we will
Forget
start
the torch
sending
bug.
out all the drops.
Give me
that
that
is going
heavy
to include the torch bug pet and the Ouroboros crown crate. So hang tight. They haven't gone out yet. You haven't missed anything. You don't even have to type anything in chat. All you have to do is make sure that your please stop. All you have to do is make sure that your ESO and Twitch account are linked, which you can do on the ESO website.
Easiest reward
Well,
to get
Andy.
ever. One
It's
other thing I
super
forgot
easy.
to mention is we also have a guild-based.
I'm saying forget the torch bug. Give me the heavy breed.
Probably in October or November. So keep an eye out on the official ESO site for details on that.
What do you guys think? You want to talk about this arena? Is it time?
Yeah. Are people
Sure.
excited?
Let's do it.
I can talk about
You guys
this
want to
arena.
see more?
Yo, arena hype.
First of all, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of this is Markarth. I'm actually, if you look at the map, I'm actually in Markarth, which is in the
Now they
Reach.
can see it. Sorry, I wasn't switched over yet.
Whoa.
That's all right. Now you can see that I'm in Markarth. So this is going to seem like really familiar to people that have played TS5.
Why is the quality setting on low
Skyrim.
for the graphics?
But
Looks pretty cool.
A little bit different. It's a little bit dirtier, a little bit grungier, but it's still going to have, some of the same architecture and stuff like that. So it should seem very, very familiar to people.
Yo, this
And
looks
just a
so
reminder
good,
that
to be
this
honest.
is
The layout.
on an internal server right now, so you might see some things that either whether they look unfinished or Finn is suddenly floating or he's skipping through something. Like this is
Finn is
all
using
internal,
cheat engine, dude.
So it is coming to PTS
He's using cheat engine.
Monday, so everybody will
Just
be
kidding.
able to test it and give feedback.
I think no more melting.
But for this stream,
My man plays on
There's
the
gonna
Android.
be some
Finn
placeholder
engine.
art and stuff like that, which is normal for as we do internal stuff.
It's pretty cool.
Yep.
This is a true first look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Markarth holds a special place in my heart because when I did the A Night to Remember quest in Skyrim, this is where I woke up.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And yes, I was accosted by, I think, a priest.
Now this Markarth is really vertical. It kind of reminds me of Orsinium a little bit, and we saw that in that video
Yeah,
before.
okay.
There's a lot of height to it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, there is. There's tons of height to this.
So pretty.
Yes,
so,
there is.
For Vatashrands, I could show you where on the map. This is the map of the Reach, and if you see it's down here. I already have the quest because it's just easy.
Yeah, that's about Selden Elsewhere.
Quest, but I will go ahead and travel there. Yeah. So the basic story behind Vatashran Hollows is that this is the location where Reachmen
Yeah,
go
it connects to
prove
Craglorn.
that they are Reachmen. This is it's a proving
That's
ground.
about
It has to
Southern
take
Elsewhere.
what's called the Vatashran Rites, which is the name of the quest in here too. So you are essentially performing the Vatashran Rites to prove that you're as strong as a Reachman.
To prove that you're
There's some
strong as a
important people in
Reachman.
this area here. Right over there is the rights.
I'm gonna
matron,
ask
and
how
she's
hard
the
it
one
is.
who's going to give the quest and kind of tell you all about the arena. Then you have some other people in here. This is the Lamenter of the Slain. So what she does is she keeps vigil over fallen Reachmen and fallen champions from the arena. And you could speak to her and get a little bit of information about what she does. Typical for the Reachmen, they're hags.
That's not a
so
nice
they-
thing to
they
say to a
hold hags
lady.
in very high regard here.
Hags.
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 She's just.
Hags. Not hag ravens. Hags.
I
Not
hear,
hag raven.
I hear
Just
Wayne
hags.
laughing in the background.
Yeah. So this is the Binder in the Dark. She has she has the unenviable job
Binder in the dark.
of
Unenviable job of what? Cleaning?
getting the
She the
adversaries that you're going to face in the arena. The Reachmen are not shy about their worship of different Daedric princes. They don't consider it a bad thing, even if more civilized folk might think that certain Daedric princes are bad. They don't kind of hold those views. They just look at
The
them
Reachmen are
as,
using hacks,
as
please
an
report.
existence in a world.
No, they
So,
haven't covered performance yet.
First of all, you'll get the quest from the rights matron, and then you go in here, and this is called the choosing. So this is the first thing that we're going to see that's different from Maelstrom Arena. So in Maelstrom Arena, you went into the first arena, and then you progress through arena, through arena, through arena. So
Okay.
in this, it's different.
Whoa,
They're
there's three
actually giving
portals.
You a choice here.
Whoa.
And they have separated out
Yo.
the arenas by Daedric prince that they worship. So you have over here, you have the wounding. which is dedicated to Moloch Ball.
Okay, okay,
And over
okay.
here you have Hunter's Grotto, which is dedicated to Hearseen. And then finally over here you have the Brimstone Den, which is dedicated to Mehrunes Dagon.
Okay.
I see people in chat asking, like, where are all the bad guys? This is just kind of like where you get started. He hasn't actually gone in yet.
You come in here, and then you get to choose. So
No,
you're
this isn't
performing
Maelstrom
rites,
Arena.
To kind of prove yourself.
Street
as a region. So
paths.
you come in here and you get to choose which arena you want to tackle first. So
But
you
it's
are gonna have
all
to tackle.
it's all part of the same experience, though, right? Like
Right?
you have to do all
Absolutely.
three. It's just whichever order.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
okay.
You actually get this. This is where we're trying to inject choice for players, so that for people that do this, they can choose which ones they want to do first. So after you get a little bit of experience in these arenas, and you think, oh, this arena is maybe these monsters I'm better equipped to deal with or better equipped to handle. I'll go down that arena path first, and then I'll choose this one over here. So this area is called the choosing.
Okay.
You know, they're not subtle about what they want to call it.
We're actually going to allow you to make
yeah.
a choice right now for everybody
Ooh.
watching in Twitch.
Go,
We're going to let you choose which
her scene,
arena
her
we
scene,
go
her
with
scene, her
first.
scene.
We're going to show all of them off equally. But
Her
just
scene.
for fun,
Her
which
scene.
one do you want to see first? So we just put up a Twitch poll. It's only going to run for, less than a minute.
Hunter's Grotto, dude.
So you can choose between
Look at it, look at-
Brimstone Den, which is that the
So
Moloch
they
Ball
like,
one?
there's like almost 600 votes for Hunter's Grotto. That's pretty cool. I like that they're using the poll.
Is Hearseen, and the Wounding is Moloch Ball.
I have to say, Hunter's Grotto is winning by a lot right now. So
Everybody
prepare
really likes
yourself.
their scene. Yeah.
Definitely prepare
Hey,
yourself.
While we're letting this run, a few minutes ago I saw somebody ask, is Markarth a friendly city? The answer is yes. So
Yes.
this is
For now.
This is basically the city hub for the Markarth DLC.
I think that the part of maybe something that people are going to want to keep in mind as they approach here, the Reachmen have oftentimes
We'll be doing up to 13,000 crowns worth of giveaways, by the way, after
like
this,
that.
after they finish.
They're just people, and they just believe a different way. So the more you kind of disabuse yourself of the idea that all Reachmen are bad or something, the better off you're going to be for this DLC. We're going to explore their culture and their history and stuff, so you're going to be able to see some of these things. This is a good example of one of those things. This is just a proving grounds for the Reachmen to come here and take these rights and prove themselves.
And you
I
actually
mentioned
work alongside some of them
Yeah,
in the Markarth DLC.
absolutely. I mentioned the Binder in the Dark, and I said that she has the worst job because her job is actually, now that we've been to the choosing, her job is to summon the different Daedra that you will face in these different areas and then bind them to this area. So she has to deal with summoning rituals and stuff like that. So it takes her toll on her. She's had a rough day. Make sure you give her a back massage if you see her, because she doesn't have a good day, is what I'm saying.
I just imagine her being like, yeah, I got another
All right,
one.
I'll give her a back
Yeah,
massage.
yeah,
Like, she's
yeah.
like,
Again,
all right.
Another one.
again.
Who's the
Every time
janitor?
somebody comes up to take the rights, she's like, oh, I'm gonna have to replace all these guys.
All right, so Hunter's Grotto won by an awful lot. It was like 61%
Okay.
of the people
Well, we're
want to
gonna
see
go
that
see
one
Hunter.
first.
We're gonna go see Hunter's Grotto then.
And for anybody that is just joining us now, we are doing an exclusive first look of the new solo arena that's coming with the Markarth DLC. Finn is able to show it on an internal server, so we're going to be going through each of these, I guess we can call them each arena to kind of complete the entire arena, if you will.
I might call them wings. just
Surprise,
because
is this
that's how we
Fungal Grotto? No,
describe it, they're
please.
wings.
Yeah.
They're not arenas in the same sense as you're going to see right now. They're not
Okay.
arenas in the same sense
They're not the
that,
arenas.
Maelstrom.
Okay, so it's not like
was
Maelstrom.
arenas where you have set.
Oh, it's
little
like a
circles that you're
dungeon.
gonna fight in, and then waves of monsters spawn. This is much more
Like a dungeon.
organic, as you kind of I'm gonna have to use special abilities.
Cheating.
Yeah, cheating. I'm gonna have to cheat here. This highlights right here. This is a good part where we can.
Finn is
highlight
cheating,
these
dude.
Guys, you see these like bubble. I think it's gonna look different in each arena. These are essentially gates, and by eliminating these gatekeepers, you open up the gates. And the reason that's important is because in this arena you cannot resurrect in place.
Okay,
You
okay.
can only resurrect at a way shrine. But as you defeat these gatekeepers and as you defeat bosses, these become your respawn points, essentially.
And what Finn just
Oh.
did, just one-shotting everything, was a dev command.
No, it's really good players. That's what they're able to do. And
True.
if you can't do that, you're not as good a player. I'm kidding, of course.
And now we're not
So-
going to be showing like boss mechanics or anything with this. We want
Absolutely
to
not.
leave it spoiler free.
Absolutely not. We're
I
not going to
respect
describe
that.
kind of how to defeat the bosses or essentially what you have
so
to
glad
do. You're all going to
Gatekeeper.
see some kind of mechanics go off that you may not understand or might not pay attention, but that's okay. You'll figure it out when you get here and go through this kind of space. So this is where we're approaching the first boss. So each wing has 2 bosses. Pardon me.
Okay.
Each wing has 2 bosses. And then there's a final wing, which we actually won't reveal to anybody here, that has the final boss for the arena. And as you complete each wing, I'm going to do this twice. Come on.
It's a lurcher.
As you complete each wing,
So there's ads.
it unlocks. You just saw on the
There's
center of my
mechanics
screen,
with
it said
ads.
grapple bow acquired. Each wing unlocks a different, what we call traversal method.
Show the weapons, dude.
So it's a different way that you can interact with
Show
the
weapons.
world. So because we did here scene, we actually have the grappling bow now. And each traversal method that you unlock, there's the final boss's space over there. I'll give you
Ooh.
guys a good kind of view of this space.
Yeah, looks cool. Why don't you jump down there? See what's down there, Finn.
There's a sky shard right
Yeah.
there.
Somebody is going to do it.
I need to not tell people that because I believe
Yeah.
after Stonethorn launched, I was in a stream and I said there's a chest in the lava and somebody died
Everyone's
in the
like,
lava.
"Really?"
looking for it.
Lol.
Yes, it was,
Let's go. Hey, somebody
Imagine
in chat
getting
was
trolled.
asking with
Yeah.
those with the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They're saying
Yo,
that you
asking
guys are
asking the
there. If
Bethesda
you
chat to
die
show
in-
weapons.
Sorry, if your
I
character
really want to see a
dies in this
weapon.
arena, you don't lose your gear. or
Spam
anything,
their
right? You
Bethesda's
just
chat
Restart there.
with show the weapons. I really want to see what the
not
weapons
lose
are.
your gear.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Was that
Definitely.
Nephis asking to see the weapons? We will show off
will
at least
show
one of
the
the weapons. Yeah.
Yes, Gina. Gina.
That does highlight though,
Gina,
we are going to have,
Gina, my man.
much like the other arenas that we've done, we have ability.
Gina. She got my back.
So we have whole.
Let's
not only that,
go.
We also have
Woo.
3 unique.
Gina's
gear
so
sets
amazing, dude.
That drop in the arena as well.
I'm
So
looking
I'll
at
show
chat.
off those.
I'm so glad that other people got major anxiety watching you do that grappling hook.
Right?
Like series. I was just like, oh
So
god.
there's actually things you can land on here. We actually didn't want to kill people just flat out for that, so we actually there's things you can land on. It's more fun to be,
Dude, this looks pretty cool. I like that it's not Mouse Arena. It's like a dungeon, kind of.
in a video game.
But
Yep.
solo.
I definitely remember, like,
It's pretty
when we
cool.
were
I like
through
it.
just
I like
practice
it.
runs of this. You kept falling and
What do you guys
stuff,
think
and
about
you
it?
were like, oh, dead again, dead again.
Yes,
This is pretty cool. I like it.
Why you gotta call me out like that, Gina?
I gotta take my shots when I can.
Ooh.
So Finn, this is the first solo arena since Orsinium, so it's been
Yes.
what,
5 years.
Yeah,
5
like
years.
5 years or so.
This is a big deal.
Yes,
This is
it
a big deal,
It's
kind
a
of.
big deal. And
You prefer this?
to kind of put a further point on it, it's not something that when we approached we wanted to come in and
Roguelite?
say, okay, we're just going to do another.
Yeah, we have
boss
giveaways for Xbox and
we
PC
wanted
today.
this arena to stand on its own, to be a completely solo experience and an arena, but different than anything you've done before. So if you saw there, we unlocked the traversal method. We give you a choice at the beginning.
Mhm.
You see that you're actually progressing down a path rather than just sitting in an arena and wait for mobs to spawn and come after you.
Okay. Yeah.
There's 2 bosses in each wing.
That's a
but
good idea.
There's all kinds of stuff to look out for and stuff.
Yeah, so this isn't just like Maelstrom 2.0 or something.
Absolutely
it's
not.
a brand
Absolutely
new
not.
thing.
It's a whole new experience.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
All right.
So this
all
is
right.
the first, or the second boss. This is Radgarak. And again, we're not going to show you
Radgarak.
anything, but you can see kind of his arena space. Maybe
Weapon,
put together some
weapon,
ideas of what
weapon,
potentially
weapon,
would be done
weapon.
here.
No!
And players can be any level to go into this, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Any level.
You can, I think it should reveal no matter what, and you're not queuing in, so we don't have any limits on you entering the arena. You can come in here.
Please,
There is
weapon.
a normal version and there's
Oh,
a
let's see
veteran
this weapon.
version.
I'm so
and
curious.
Exactly like
I'm
Maelstrom,
dying inside, dude. I'm dying
the,
inside.
Quest will save your progress.
That was the final boss.
So the
There's
minute
2
you
bosses
choose
per
an
portal.
arena, so that you select the quest, you go into the choosing. The minute you choose an arena, you're locked to that arena until
See? Oh, there's a chest
you've
right there. There's a chest right there.
completed, that arena, and then once you
There's a
come back
chest.
to the choosing, you see we've completed Hunter's Grotto, and you can't go back there.
There's 2
You
chests.
can take your time learning it if
Yeah.
you want.
Oh, you don't have to
But
loot.
choosing an arena is
Oh.
important because you're kind of locked into that arena, and
You
once
don't have to
you
loot
exit
during the
that
run
arena,
because
you
it
cannot
transfers
go
the
back.
chest out.
It is important.
So now we
There's
have
a final 4th wing with the final
we have
boss.
The wounding and we have the
Oh.
brimstone den.
I missed that.
I'll go to the wounding next.
What are those things on the ground?
What are they indeed?
Interesting. Hey, what happens if you jump in the pool of water? Everyone wants you to really jump in.
Oh.
This is actually weirdly, this is the portal to the final arena.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
you can't. It doesn't do anything yet. But
That's a
once you
big
clear
portal.
all 3 of the arenas, you'll see kind of like there's a if I were to jump in there, it would take me to the final one. I'm not actually going to do that though. So
Yo,
you guys get to
poggers.
figure that out.
I
Now
saw
we're in the wounding.
I saw somebody saying choosing gives me anxiety. I mean, amen. Boy, Jess can attest to that. She watches me just try and choose anything during the day.
Yo, he's
It's
going
like
to the
full-on battle.
other portal. Are they going to show
Wait.
more?
Yeah, right.
It's horrible. Like the brand of something. Like I'm standing in
Yeah.
the grocery store. Like which one do I want again? Like, horrible. Anyway.
It doesn't matter, Gina.
So there was a center screen message
It
that
doesn't
popped up
matter.
that said the monsters in here have gotten more difficult. So as you complete each wing and then you go to another ring, the monsters get more difficult in those. So it's kind of like if you fight monsters in one arena, it's not going to be the same experience like where you're going to find the easiest arena and then everything else is going to be easier. It escalates in difficulty for the monsters that you're going to be fighting. So by the time you get to the third arena, they're just going to get more and more difficult. So one thing that they've done here is they try to bring in the elements not only of the Daedra that you're going to see, but also the elements of the Daedric prince that it's associated with. So you see there's a lot of
Very
these,
Molag Ball.
Cold Harbor assets and stuff like this. You can see a harvester here.
It's called a warden?
Gatekeeper and her door goes away. There's some Ogrums and Twilights.
Space looks really nice.
I'm getting nostalgic remembering the very first tutorial.
Yes. It's gonna have some of those. I mean, that's kind of
there's
what we
like
lean on. Is like
there's
all
AoE.
that
Oh,
stuff
that's cool.
is
I like
hard
this.
to
I like
do.
this.
And now I am
This is
in
cool.
a
This looks
spot
cool.
where I'm not gonna take any damage. So that's why
That's
you're
so
not
cool.
seeing me actually take damage. But if you do get hit by those, you actually do take damage. This lady's right here. We're gonna run up here to the first boss.
Final boss is Nephis, aka
In this
Nerfus,
wing,
aka
in the
Nameless
wounding.
QS.
I saw it was like a minute ago or so. Somebody in chat was asking if you get rewards
Sakurin
for
the
doing this
Sculptor.
whole thing without dying once. Is there some sort of no death?
Oh yeah, we
Reward.
have so much. Unlike in Maelstrom, we had it was very
The title.
limited as far as the achievements you kind of earned. You kind of got the flawless, or you got I did it.
Okay.
Right? In this, we have
Rewards.
a bevy of achievements. We kind of have learned from what we've done with dungeons and trials and stuff like that to really, as much as possible, offer a ton of different achievements for doing this in all kinds of different ways. So each of these bosses is going to have, much like Maelstrom Arena, those power-ups that were in Maelstrom are also in the
okay.
boss arenas for these. So you have that, and then you're going to have the doing it without using those.
Yo, thanks for the raid, BK.
I'll leave it for players to explore kind of everything that.
So
goes
there's
into
more
these
rewards
other
and more
achievements. So,
achievements.
needless to say, there are a ton of different achievements.
Or just more achievements.
I saw somebody asking about hard modes.
Oh yeah.
Is that a thing?
So unlike arenas,
Thanks for the shout out then.
or unlike kind of dungeons where you activate a hard mode,
modes.
we don't have those really in arena. The hard mode is basically what we try to say is the hard mode is it starts the hardest it can get.
And you're doing it by yourself.
You use.
Oh, okay, so there's no hard mode.
Power ups to make it easier for you.
Resident
So it's
Sleeper,
a
Resident
decision mode
Sleeper.
of like, oh,
What's
when
up, Lion?
I started fighting this guy and he was just too difficult. All right, in this phase, I need to use the damage buff. So I'm going to use that, or I need to use the reflect on this one, or something like that. So we kind of give players that opportunity to make it a bit easier for themselves if they need to, and it starts at the hardest difficulty.
So there's no hard
And
mode.
not using
There's no hard mode.
Not using those gives you a better score.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Not using those will give you a better score as well as, some other things.
Yeah, we'll be giving away
This is
the
a self-imposed
Secret.
hard mode.
up to 13,000
Yeah.
crowns worth of stuff at the
So
end
I'm
of
gonna,
Bethesda
tap
stream.
this guy because he actually
stick around.
spawns, another guy, and we need to kill both of them.
But you're
There we
gonna
go.
dev kill
Yeah.
them.
Yes, I did.
Can you loot?
Okay,
I
so
want to
this
see.
is the first of the. So you unlock
what
the
you get.
grappling hook in the Hircine arena in the
I'm gonna
100
spam their
grotto.
chat.
And in here, the wounding, you unlock the ability to use these. These are called wounding portals, and what they are is they're limited time teleports. So
You better hurry then.
you're only going to have access to this for a limited time. There's an extender here that you use.
Okay.
The limited time is literally a timer.
Yeah.
It's not based on
Right.
What are these
getting
amplify
to a certain
sigils?
point or anything
Nope.
like that.
It is,
They're
it is
just
a timer that
power-ups?
counts down, and this refreshes the timer. So what you're doing here, your goal here is to come in here and hit this chain. You hit this chain, and you'll see it teleports you back. So that's what happens when the limited time teleport ends. It teleports you back to where you used it, and then you can use it again. So if you're too slow, you don't extend it enough, it teleports you back here, and then you have to teleport and keep doing it. You know what I mean? So until you can get to that chain and hit that chain.
I logged
Huh.
out.
Okay. That's
If
interesting.
you log out, if you log out and then log back in, it's the arena has saved your place. So you're still gonna have to. You'll come back much like any save process. Once you've killed
If you
the first
can't get
boss,
to that
this is where you go
chain
to.
at the end fast enough,
But
it
you
keeps
still have to
porting
do
you
that
back
after.
until you
can't-
can get to it fast enough.
You can't
Skinny.
not do that.
I'm so sorry. Somebody in chat just said my mouse has been on the screen this whole time. Boop, right there. Sorry about that. It's also
Lol.
important to note that these traversal methods that you unlock, so the grappling hook and then the one that Finn just showed, this is just in the arena. Like, you don't use a grappling hook in
Right.
Every arena.
Valkyr or something.
This is all centered around
Ring of the Wild Hunt,
they're,
yeah.
they're arena specific.
Remove that resin
So I hit
sleeper.
that chain and it formed this bridge. So now we can keep going through the arena. Hi.
Bye.
Kill these guys. You
There's
will
something up
notice
there.
in
What
this
is that, a
arena,
crystal?
These
Okay.
little eyes.
Ooh.
These guys.
From the tutorial.
They what they do and how to use them are important. So if you were to walk over here, you'd notice that this bridge is broken apart. So you have to come back here and use another teleport here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you what it looks like when you don't.
You're not
when you
fast
don't
enough.
do it right.
Yeah, show us. And also, this solo arena is repeatable. So it's not like you go through it and then that's it, you win. Like, you can keep on doing it over and over.
Time to RNG farm the weapons, lads and lasses.
Orders, try to
Yeah.
improve your score.
I don't have, so you see it teleported me right back to this
Yeah, that's-
thing, and
that's-
now I
I
have
understood
to go
that.
back and use it to go up top. So it just brings you back to kind of where you use the portal. It is visible on the buff trackers. I don't have my buff trackers up because I have some like development buffs and stuff. But it is viewable on the buff trackers, so you could see kind of the countdown as you're running through if you have your buff trackers up.
Or add-ons if you're on PC.
And like I said, these little things.
Where's
these are
code, dude?
halfway moves. These are extenders.
Where's
they
wheels?
They basically refresh the time.
So why would people want to do this then, other than it
'Cause it's
being
awesome.
fun?
Why
Other
would
than it
people
being
want to
fun.
do what?
Why would
Because it
people
forms the
wanna do
bridges. You have to progress.
What is-
You
what is
can't
the,
cross the bridge if it's not formed.
What is the game they get, other than it being fun?
I mean, I don't know that I have much more than that.
Oh, are they just asking if, like,
We developed
why would you do a solo arena? Bro.
No, so we have 3 new item sets. We have all new arena weapons. We have leaderboards, so people will be able to test their stuff. There's without giving too much away, there's a lot that this arena has to offer, which is interesting and fun. Plus, you can get the kind of the story element for why is this arena here and what is it doing and stuff. So without giving away too much, there are a lot of cool aspects to this arena that we won't be touching.
Yeah, we're
I think
not
we're
not showing you everything.
No, absolutely not.
And I think we are going to look at some of the rewards at the end
Absolutely,
of
I'm
this
gonna.
Please
take a
show
look
me
at
the rewards.
Item sets in the weapons.
Please.
So we did that, and you see this bridge forming, and this is going to take us to the final boss.
The final boss of this
So
arena?
once,
Okay. There's 2 bosses per arena.
Once you complete all 3 of these
It's-
arenas and the final
yeah,
boss,
7 bosses.
everything resets, and then from that point you can choose which one you want.
Yo! It's an Ash Titan. Oh,
Oh,
this
yeah.
looks familiar.
Yeah,
Why does this look
actually,
familiar?
You'd have to exit the instance and then come back in. But yes.
Finally, an Ash Titan boss. We haven't seen that in a while, to
So
be
this
honest.
guy right here is the final boss in the wounding.
Mm-hmm.
As Zuzuth.
It gives me
Do you have to go back up? Mouse
DMA
Marina.
vibes.
Yeah, exactly. That's Gina's got me,
I
dude.
think God, somebody in chat literally just said the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look similar, doesn't it?
Hmm.
I booped his nose. So we've cleared the wounding, and then when you come back after this portal to the choosing, there's only one left.
Yes.
This is the.
I hope he gets to show us the final
Dagon
boss.
arena.
He's gonna show everyone.
Brimstone Den.
Everything.
A Dolan here is a former champion. So you could talk to him and get a little bit more information about
Hints, tips, okay.
the Vadishran's Hollows, or Vadishran Hollows. If you want, I'm not going to spoil any of that information right now. So there again, the Vadishran's might increased. Monsters are now more powerful. And
What?
now we go to, again, the
Why are they more
Brimstone
powerful?
Den, which is
What's
Marin's
going on?
Dagon followers. You got some scamps, lots of lava. I just get the impression that Marin's Dagon is just cold all the time. So that's why he
Cold. I mean.
he sits around lava, I guess.
Somebody needs to knit him a little sweater.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite Daedroths,
Oh,
People
God.
that have done MA9 might recognize those guys. Oops.
Mouse is back. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. I keep putting my mouse over there.
Gina just wants to play, dude.
It's gonna turn into a game. Do you remember what game was it? It was Mario Paint. Remember that game where you had to like swat the little flies? I feel like my mouse is the fly. Like
There you
there
go.
it is.
There you
Bye.
go.
No more
So we made it through
Daedriths.
Brimstone, got through a couple gatekeepers, and now we go to the first boss, who is adorable. It's a magma queen. Look
What?
at her.
That's huge! Bro.
So she's
What
awesome.
noise was that?
What?
I heard some noise.
That's
I
a
think it
boss.
was,
It's a
For
boss.
sound effects.
She's adorable.
They do have fun sound effects.
Bruh.
Yeah, so this is the Magma Queen. She's got a lot to offer here, but I'm not going to show you what. So you kill her.
Every successive
And
section
this
gets
is
harder,
the
they said.
traversal
Okay.
method that she unlocked. So this is a Brimstone Orb.
Okay.
Those of you that have played Moongrave Fane will recognize kind of how this operates. So the way this works is all this lava out here is extremely deadly.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be
Yes,
able
lava
to-
is
As
deadly.
it should be, right?
As it
Like-
should be, yes. And you wouldn't be able to normally traverse it, but if you heavy attack this, it puts a safety bubble around you, and you take far less.
Yeah, I bet Pain the Axe is gonna have a hard time with
So
this.
again, it's
with this
limited
arena.
time. You need to run to get to the next one.
Okay. And then kill it?
And then we do this, and now I have it again.
Okay.
And if you're really good, maybe you could make that run from the entrance part to right here. There's
Without.
a danger with that you won't make it.
Score
You start to
push
take a lot of
time.
Damage from the lava. What you did see in a little bit in Hunter's Grotto, and I didn't really show it off in the second boss of the wounding, but each of these traversal
Bro.
methods also play a role in the final boss for the wing. So you're activating these things, you're getting them. It's helping you kind of traverse the space, but it's also it might be important for the final boss. You see, this one is shielded.
It might be important.
Might be important.
It is gonna be important.
This is shielded, so you have to kill these guys in order to break the shield.
Do the ads give points, I wonder? Oh, I'll spin later, I guess.
Basically, these are lava boots.
I mean, it's cool. It's pretty helpful, right?
Yeah, right.
Is that another boss?
I'm getting old school RPG.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not
I,
another boss.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yo, this actually, not gonna lie, looks pretty cool.
Boom.
This Monday, BK.
Can I
And then we're
ride
gonna
my
see.
mount
Go
through
ahead.
it? Somebody was saying, can I ride my mount through it? I don't think you can use mounts in here.
Cannot mount in here.
Yeah.
A good question though.
Lol.
It is a good question.
That's
So
a-
this is the final boss for this. Or
People are
this
thinking of ways to
wing.
cheese it.
And we are not going to the Pyre Lord. I'll give you kind of like a look at what the space looks like, but you're not going to actually get a chance to fight him right now, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy.
Gonna boop you down.
Yeah, that looks like a regular old Zufkin. Scary.
Now it says to
Clear the final arena.
arena. And I will go over here. You see how that pool has changed now?
Ooh.
It's very glowy.
Letting you know that you can go in here to the Champions Dais.
And now it's glowing.
Are you gonna
And
do
now-
it?
Can we go in?
Nope, not at all.
Why? You serious? Come on!
So you can see this on
Bruh!
You can find
Come on, Finn.
You can find out what happens when you go through the Champions Dais.
Bruh!
So cool though.
Come on, Finn. Finn,
So,
please.
We were gonna show
I'll
off a couple
give
of
you
the weapons.
anything.
Oh, I have to show off the skin too.
Oh yeah, let's see the skin you got.
So there is a really cool,
Bruh.
I gotta do it with good lighting. Let's see here. I gotta get good lighting.
Please, I'll give you anything.
So this is going to hold on. Let me do the items first so that we can see. What this
Oh, here we go.
Of course, this is going to be the same bags you would get on.
I'm spamming Finn, please, I'll give you anything.
So the helmet, there's a explosive rebuke. Let's see, that's explosive rebuke. There's pestilent host.
Okay, okay. Snip that, snip that. Oh my god, someone clip it.
And there's hex siphoner's sash. So these things are going to do different things.
I snipped it. I snipped one.
And I will let people that want to take screenshots of this stream and
I'm
push
sure they
those out
will. I'm sure they will.
dissect how good those are or not. This is the great sword. It's built off momentum. So
All right, thanks, Skinny.
it's got a lot of uses for people that use rally or momentum a lot. It's pretty cool. And the Inferno staff is built off weakness to elements. So if you can take a look at some of the skills that we haven't highlighted before, you'll get
No way. No way.
What use these things will get, or at least what abilities we're going to be tying into.
No way.
Actually, I wanted to show the skin.
Yo, you saw that staff?
That's cool.
Yeah,
Bruh.
this is the I think Ancient Reach style, or is that what it is? Ancestral Reach style, which is the style for the arena item sets.
Cool.
So, and I will show off the skin.
Yo,
So
that
this is the skin you
skin.
get.
That's
Yo.
It's important.
Yo.
It makes sense for the story. but
That's
never
probably. Yo. That actually looks
Do you know
good.
what
I am
personality you
impressed.
have on
I
your
am
character
impressed.
right now?
I am impressed. I'm truly impressed. I'm so impressed right now. That actually looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Not gonna
No big
lie.
deal either way.
That's pretty cool.
So I saw some
Or
questions.
something hero.
What are you talking about, Audens? Look at the eyes too.
Chat was asking like, "Hey, does it
I
actually
like the
really
skin.
matter the order that we do these arenas in?" And it does.
It's a kind of like a Venom kind of cosplay going on too.
I don't know how much you want to get into it.
Into the spoiler territory, it can absolutely matter whatever.
Thanks,
what
Ce-Nex.
order
Let me
you do
open
it
this
in.
up.
And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Finn, please.
But you'll be able to try it on Monday on
You'll
PTS.
be able to try and figure out what that means on Monday.
I'm sure.
I'll post it in the
we're gonna
ESOU
dive
Discord.
Right in,
I'm sure.
Get
I'm
started
sure.
with their guides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. And like I said,
I'll put it on the website
normal
as
and
well.
Veteran are independent, so you'll be able to start in normal, and it'll save your progress independently whether you're in veteran.
I like how this guy's saying, "Can we get a skin for people who don't like doing it on veteran
lock
mode?"
yourself
No,
into an arena,
reward
you
should
lock
be
it up
rewarding.
until it's complete,
What?
and then you can choose others afterwards.
Did you mention the die that people?
I did not mention the die.
Well, there
The
you go.
die.
Yeah, the die is
Oh yeah, yeah.
in
Yeah.
the arena, and it is
The
I
die.
think it's
Yeah.
the blackest black
Yeah.
die we've ever done.
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really dark black die. So
He's not even gonna show us
That's
the
cool.
final boss. Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Finn, always a
Yeah.
pleasure to have you on our
Yes.
stream.
F you, Finn.
We appreciate
Show the
it.
last
I'm
boss.
gonna show off this awesome stuff.
Please show us the
It's
last
like
boss.
A lot of fun, and I love that anybody can go in at any level, test the waters, take their time, learn it, and then go back and do it harder if they want.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and again, this is part of the Markarth DLC. So if you have ESO Plus, you automatically get access to this. It will be on PTS on Monday, so you can check it out and give your feedback. I'm sure Finn's team would love to read it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Live stream it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, for sure.
Any and all of the above.
Oh, good question. Are there perfected versions of the sets?
Oh, there are perfected versions.
If you do
Okay.
this in normal, you get the versions that I showed off, and then there's
Yeah, I
the
posted
perfected,
on the
versions
ESOU
of the
Discord
weapons
and the
that
ESOU
are even
website.
better.
There
That
you
is
have
a good
it.
question.
That was a great question.
After
All
I'm
right.
done streaming
It's
and
all
stuff.
hard to remember everything that we're talking about too, so we appreciate the questions in chat.
Yeah.
Man, people really want to see that last boss.
Please,
but you know
Finn.
what? Not going to show it today.
No.
We're not going to spoil.
He's right down there.
Oh, what a tease.
He's right there.
Right there.
All right, so we are going to switch gears in just a second, but thank you again, Finn, for
Thank you so much, Finn.
Yo, what do you mean that skin looks bad? That skin
showing
actually
us
looks
off.
pretty good. Not
I'm
gonna
sure
lie.
people are
Not gonna
really
lie.
eager to get their hands on it. But we are going to say goodbye to Finn for now.
Bye,
We're going
Finn.
to swap gears and talk about some collectibles
Items and
some
collectibles.
other Update 28 stuff. with
Yes,
Rob
I'm excited
here.
about Update
So
28 as well.
Thank you, Finn. We will talk to you another
you.
time.
Yeah, stop capping Audens. Capper you. Rob Garrett,
And we're
alright.
back.
Yeah.
And now with Rob.
I've talked to Rob.
Oh.
Hi, Rob.
Hello.
Can you hear us okay?
I can. Can you hear
Is he at
me?
the office
Absolutely.
too? Or is that at his house?
We're still doing all these streams from home, everyone. So.
Okay, yeah, it's his house.
Hello,
Everyone
yes,
is all
welcome.
over the
He's got a lot of gamer chairs, dude.
Yes.
So many gamer chairs.
Super
So
excited to be here.
yeah, so Rob has some really cool stuff that we're gonna go over in just a few minutes. Do you want to get started with the, I guess some of the item sets that are going to be in the DLC?
Yeah, we just saw Mike showing some of those, so that's probably a good place to start.
Yeah.
So yeah, update 28, Markarth, end of the
Yes,
Dark Heart of Skyrim. We got lots of stuff.
Gene's got a good taste for
item
chairs.
sets, there's going to be 17 new item sets.
Yeah, I get the
That's a
same
lot.
brand.
That includes
PU leather,
overland
not
sets,
cloth.
crafted sets. The arena has both weapons and armor, and as Finn was showing, the weapons are based off of specific.
Did they say 17 new
abilities in those
sets?
weapon skill lines.
What?
But we also have 3 armor sets coming out of the arena, and then finally
17
there will be
sets?
2 new
Bruh.
mythic items that are acquired via the antiquity system, which I'll talk a little bit about shortly, and maybe show one.
Mythics and 17.
But yeah,
okay.
like lots of item sets. I'll actually give 2 examples of item sets. That's way too. It would take way too
Yeah,
long
we
to go
can't-
through all.
More
of them,
mythics.
But I'll give
Yeah.
a couple.
Can't go through all of
One of
them.
them is called the Radiant Bastion. This is a heavy armor set coming from the Overland. And the 5-piece bonus deals 10% of all direct damage done to you back to the attacker, up to 4,250 damage. So this is basically a
Here, let me
thorn
post
set. This is
a
something the
thing
team's been wanting to make
in
for a while.
ESOU
So
Discord.
it's like, oh, you're hitting me, well, you're gonna take damage too. Definitely something that I think tanky type players and bruisers will appreciate. And then
God.
actually, I don't know if you have me up on the have my screen up on there yet,
Not yet, but I can.
but I can actually show you one of the antiquity items. So both of the antiquity mythic rings or mythic items are jewelry this time. The one I'm showing you now is called the Ring of
Put
the
announcements.
Order. You can see it right there. Restore 15% of the damage you deal as health. You cannot be healed by anyone but yourself. So in that running theme with our mythic items is they tend to have pretty dramatic effects, and you can use this to replace one of your other 5-piece set bonuses. We think players will find some fun, creative ways to use this. And we're looking forward to it. Again, as you mentioned, this is all going to be on
Ring of the
PTS
Pale Order.
starting Monday, so people will be able
Yep.
to jump in and start playing with these.
Yeah, for sure.
Ring seems like it might be useful in the arena we just saw.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Restores
yeah, since
15%
no one
of
else is
damage you
healing
deal as health. Oh my god, dude. That's so broken.
So yeah, that kind of
Bro, it's not useless. What are you talking about?
The system we launched with
15% of your health?
26.
Or 50% of damage
people have been asking, is
for
there
your
gonna be
health?
more? Will there be more
Bruh.
episodes? And
What do you mean that's not broken?
yes, like,
Yeah, first time we're adding
love the
more.
response.
Think about it.
We love the response to Antiquities. I personally love playing.
Bro.
The team did a great job.
How is it useless?
And as
What are you guys talking
talk
about?
A little bit later about an event we're doing.
That's broken. That's so broken.
In the Markarth update, there will be 20 new Antiquities to dig
What?
up. You still will have
That's
to,
literally broken.
Because Antiquities, the skill line is acquired in Greymoor, in Solitude.
Bro.
You still have to have Greymoor to do Antiquities, but there will be Antiquities that are dug up in Markarth in the DLC. And so over 20 new Antiquities to dig up.
That's so
some of the rewards will
broken.
include-
Oh
there's a
my
new
god.
chapter, a set of chapters that's actually a upgrade of the original Reach style that already exists in the game. So there's already a Reach motif in the game. We made sort of an updated version of it. Both of those will exist in the game at the same time. And so the new one is acquired through Antiquities. And then there'll also be a new pet. There's a cosmetic head item. There's going to be new furnishings. And as I already mentioned, there's going to be 2 new mythic items going into the game.
So the pet
Sounds like
is
something for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. The pet is going to be similar to the mount where it's split into fragments, right? You don't just dig up the pet.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I actually haven't done it on the internal server myself yet. I'm waiting till it gets to live.
Pretty sure. I think it's 5 fragments. I want to say.
I think some of
We
you.
actually have a screenshot of the pet if you guys want to see.
I think
it.
some of you saying
Can we show
it's
the
not
pet?
good don't realize
As
what.
well, right?
Don't realize the implications
So
of,
this
of
is
that
a
of that
dwarven
ring, dude.
scarab. You're going to be able to get
Bro.
this through Antiquities, as Rob was saying.
I don't know about that one, dude. I think they should just not release that. Maybe for like, I don't know, maybe for like at least 2 more
All
patches.
about here.
Oh, it looks like its little back carapace might move up too. Like the little-
Potentially.
That's cute.
Oh
What else
So
do we
god.
have?
That's what we're gonna do with Antiquities.
I don't know about that, dude.
I've still got a lot of stuff to cover here. There's a lot of stuff going into this update.
There
by the
is.
way.
Well, you know what?
I
We have-
remember earlier you were saying there's so many things for us to cover. I'm like, yeah, I haven't even gotten started yet.
Got plenty of time.
So, yeah. So as usual, we're gonna have updates to the housing.
Jesus
system,
Christ.
and to the housing items. So for starters, we're gonna have 2 new homes that appear.
They haven't nerfed
These
Malakap
homes
though.
Will they will not launch with U28. They will appear in the Crown Store after U28 launches. However, you will be able to check out these houses on PTS starting next week.
Yeah, it's similar whenever we
and I
have a
believe
PTS update.
Gina has screenshots of these.
It's
All right,
in
Gina,
the
show
screenshot, yeah.
show the
Yeah,
screenies.
this is similar when we're on PTS. You can check them out, test them out, and then they'll be released
Bruh.
at a later date. But yeah, wait,
So the-
I do have some screenshots, so let me pull those up.
Sure. The first one is a house called. We're not actually going to explore the houses right now, like the inside. We're just going to show what they look like from the outside. This first one is called Stone Eagle Eyrie. It's a manor that is actually located in Markarth.
I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean it's stunning. Like our housing team does
Looks
a really good
huge.
job, and they're just constantly sort of upping their game.
Complete with your own waterfall.
Yes.
Yeah, this
For
is
sure.
just a
Looks cool,
screenshot,
looks
everyone.
cool,
So it's
looks
not
cool.
supposed to be moving. The stream isn't broken.
If please God tell him this is broken.
Right.
Oh god.
And then
You all want to see the
we
next
have-
one?
Look, Nephis, a waterfall. Arching.
Be a little bit different.
Oh look, a
I
waterfall.
thought this one was
Shallowworth
cool.
Shrouded
Oh god,
Realm.
Jerry. Check out the
This
enchantment
is-
on that.
wait, do you
It's
have
up.
it up yet?
Yep, I got it.
There we go.
Absorb magic.
Um,
Yeah. Oh no. He
This
has
is a mystical pocket realm of oblivion. In
he has
of
the dev
Shalador's own
stats.
device.
Yeah, the dev stats. It's
Wow.
You
whatever.
access this house from Western Skyrim,
Mhm.
and the style is in the ancient Nord style
Bruh.
that you see in Skyrim.
That staff?
But this actually is in a pocket realm of oblivion. So something a little more crazy, mystical. I can't wait to see what players do with this in terms of furnishing it.
That's gonna be on the healer.
Dude, chat is going nuts. They love this one.
So cool. Yeah, it's very Mages Guild kind of themed. At least for me, reminds me of that.
For sure.
Shut the fuck
Um,
Did she say
So yeah,
shut
those
the
are
front door?
the 2 houses that are becoming in the update. Again, you'll be able to play around in these on PTS next week.
Yeah.
And of course, on top of houses, we actually have a bunch of new furnishings coming in the game. I think there's over 100 new furnishings that players can get. Some of those are earned through achievements. Some of them, through the crown store. There's the same thing that we typically do with most of our updates. There's a lot of different ways to get new furnishings.
Are some of those crafted?
Yes, actually, it's probably about 40 crafted
What?
furnishings, and a lot.
I thought they meant sets. I'm like 40 sets. What?
That are based on.
Oh my god! I almost had a heart attack, dude.
So the Dwemer style you see in the city of Markarth, a lot of the furnishings are inspired by that.
I almost freaked out, dude.
Coming to the Crown Store after U28 launches, we're gonna have some new music boxes. We know those have been very popular.
New music
the team
boxes.
loves making those. Like they get to be really creative with how they look, each of them, like the animations and everything. And then house guests, which is a new thing that's still sort of we're still in the process of delivering, which is specifically characters meant to be placed in your house that leverage the pathing and houses system that we introduced last
It is a support staff.
So there's going to be
read the tooltip.
3 more of those house
I think it's gonna be good.
characters coming post U28.
And the first one's coming with the Lost Treasures of Skyrim reward.
Yeah, everybody hopefully will be able to get that as long as we hit all the tiers and they unlock. Tiers like tears, not sad tears.
It is a debuff.
And those like I mentioned, a bunch of these things will be coming. Some of the
Enemies touching the tether take
afterwards.
2140 flame. Oh, never mind.
We actually do have
I thought it meant like you take more of that. My bad.
For the pathing and houses system that we introduced last update. Some people who have been playing it will notice that the characters kind of snap to the ground when you create a path that's above the ground. Like let's say it's on a ramp, we create a path on a ramp. That when the character gets to a certain distance within the ground, they kind of just snap to the ground, and you'll actually have the ability to disable that. I believe it's called disable align to terrain. So a little quality of life feature to continue to breathe more life into your homes. We love what we're seeing that players are doing with the feature on the live servers, and we can't wait to see more.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to address a couple things I've been seeing. Right now, we are having an issue on our website that we are aware of. I think it's only in certain territories. So if you are trying to get to the website, you're getting a 404 or things aren't loading. We are working on fixing that. Secondly, with the Torchbug pet, we are giving everybody who watches the stream this purple Torchbug pet through Twitch drops.
Oh,
Just have to
yeah.
make sure that
Give
your
me that
account is
purple.
linked. Your ESO account and your Twitch account are linked. So those will be delivered at the end of this stream. It might take a little bit for them all to go out, but if you haven't gotten it yet, don't worry, because we haven't started sending it, so you haven't missed anything
one's gotten
yet.
it.
Yeah, nobody's actually gotten it. So I just wanted to touch on that because I saw a lot of people in chat asking kind of what was going on. So if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the Markarth DLC and Update 28. We gave a preview a little bit earlier of the new solo arena, so you can check out the VOD if you happen to miss that. Rob is going through a lot of the items and collectibles that are in the DLC and Update 28, and this DLC is part of ESO Plus. Sorry, I just smacked my microphone here. I'm Italian, so I got to talk with my hands here. But yeah, this is included in ESO Plus, so if you have that membership, this comes with it, which is super convenient. Sorry, Rob. I just wanted to kind of
it's great.
get all that stuff out there.
Where's the Italian
by
mythic
the way,
item, dude?
I saw people asking like, "Oh, what are you drinking?" It's water. Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
It's just water.
Same.
It's water.
Yeah, right. We're not very
Flavored
exciting
sparkling
here.
water here.
Not super exciting. Okay, so we went through the pathing updates for housing, and that is part of the base game. So everybody can try that out on PTS. It'll be included in Update 28. Collectibles and cosmetics. There's a lot of stuff in this DLC too. Yeah, Rob?
Yeah. It would take way too long to go through everything. What I can say is there's going to be new weapons, motifs, pets, skins, dyes, body markings, face markings.
Okay, so the typical stuff.
Most of the cosmetics are part of the Markarth DLC. There is an exception though. We actually are introducing a new emote for PvP players. It's called the Crazy Reachman.
What?
And you'll be
PvP
able
players.
to earn this emote in Imperial City. I'm not going to get into the details.
Why
right
is
now,
it specifically for
find out on
PvP
patch
players?
notes.
What?
Can you act it out? Can you dance?
Can you? Oh,
Whatever
yes.
I'm not even going to attempt.
Do it.
That sounds like a good Twitter
Or
challenge.
it's a Dark Souls 3
Oh
over.
my
You get
god,
Captain.
we need to do that. Yes. I do have a screenshot of one of the helms that you're able to get. Now, this is the one that's tied to simply just having access to the Markarth DLC. So this is a really cool... Don't ask me to pronounce this. There's a lot of consonants here because it's Dwemer. Starts with an A.
Maybe.
And it's a helm. That's what that looks like.
Arc.
I don't know how... Chess, you were saying this earlier.
Teabag
How do you
emote?
even
Oh
say
my,
it?
that'd be hilarious.
Does it matter?
I don't know.
Guess not. Not really. It looks cool. In any case, let's move on to update 28. Have some really nice things to talk about here.
Okay,
Yes.
finally. Oh my god. Yes, update 28.
More everything. I think everything I'm talking about from here forward is pure base game stuff.
Yeah,
At this point,
yeah.
Please.
So this is for everybody. Jinx.
Yeah. So we'll start with combat.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
we do live balance changes every update. The team's continually working on that, trying to improve the experience. I am not going to get into crazy detail here. I believe we posted yesterday a
Preview.
a post on the forums that was kind of a combat preview. This is a thing that we've been doing recently where we kind of, before we show the patch notes and show all of the details of everything, it's kind of like a here's what our goals are, right? It's kind of let players understand this is what the patch notes that you're getting ready to read, here's what they're trying to do, and provide that before the patch notes drop. So I definitely encourage players to check that out on the forums, but I will go over some of the sort of larger beats here of what we're doing with live balance. First is the team is revisiting the major and minor buff system. So initially our motivation here was this was part of our continuous performance updates. The team was kind of going under the hood and trying to make that system more efficient in terms of how it's handled with the server and the client. But while the team was there, and this is something that we've also been doing a lot of, is when we're going under the hood and we're working on something, we tend to also update it to some of our more recent sort of standards. So we have stat efficiency standards that we try to apply to abilities and items, and we went ahead and did that for major and minor buffs. And also we added a entirely new buff to the game, a new one of these buffs. It's called Brittle. I'll talk about it in a little bit.
Okay, so
But
I don't think we mentioned.
I'm gonna
that
say
in the
something.
preview. Brittle.
Did we? Oh, actually,
I don't think we did.
No.
I don't think it was.
That's
Oh,
one of the
the,
things that
combat
was
preview, I
missing
guess
from
it's
the
in
update
there.
28 combat preview.
But
That I was
the
telling
next
you guys
kind of
about.
major area the team focused on for this update.
He'll talk about it. I'm not gonna say anything
was,
because I would be
critical
breaking
hit
NDA
and
before he says anything.
Penetration, those two
So,
systems. So normally items and buffs in the game give you either weapon crit or spell crit.
Yes.
We've effectively merged those into a single stat here. So we call it just critical chance. And so anytime you see an item or a buff that says critical chance, that is giving you both physical and spell crit every time. And so the team is also went through and started auditing all of the sources of crit in the game, like looking at where it can be acquired, and did a little bit of tweaking on how that's accessed, how available it is, and what kind of opportunity costs you have to pay to get it. This is actually part of a larger effort. Excuse me. This is part of a larger effort that won't be fully complete in this update. You'll see more in the next major update, which we're not talking about today. But this is kind of the first part of a larger set of changes that are coming. And so we did the same thing with penetration. I mentioned critical hit and penetration. Same thing with penetration. It's just penetration. You get both physical and spell. And you will see the details of that again in the patch notes on Monday. And then the last area that we are kind of the major beats. Again, there's more updates than what I'm talking about here. I'm just kind of going over
These are
were
just
the
a
major
few
goals,
highlights.
what we were going for. Yeah. The last thing was an update to the Frost staff. This was mentioned in the preview post that went up yesterday.
All right, here we go.
So the team was basically trying to make Frost staff tanking more viable, cohesive, and distinct from sword and board tanking, which is what most tanks use. But we also wanted to provide better tools to players who actually want to perform DPS or support roles using the Frost staff.
Here we go.
So again, you'll be able to look at the post for details and the PTS notes for the actual changes. But I will mention a couple of the major changes here. The first one is that
Brittle.
The tri-stat passive on the destruction staff, we were looking at that and determined that we thought it was a little bit overloaded for Frost staffs because it put a taunt on your heavy attacks, and it gave you a shield, and it changed your block to be Magicka instead of Stamina. So
two of those are negatives.
You would lose Magicka. So
it's not really overloaded. It's
just being a lot of different things on a single passive.
Okay. Oh, okay. He's just saying it's overloaded in terms of numerically.
Want, right?
Okay,
like,
that's fine. I thought you meant like overloaded as in like
I
OP.
might not want to taunt with my heavy attack. So what we've done is we've moved the taunt function off of the heavy attack from that passive and put it on the Frost Clench active ability. So now it's much more of a choice. Oh, I want to taunt. I'm going to do it now.
A little more control over it.
And you can do it faster because the ability is executed faster than the heavy attack. We also increased the shield though to like to sort of continue to keep the power of Trifocus up. The team is beefing up the actual shield you get for that passive. The other change is what I mentioned earlier is
Brittle.
a new buff called Brittle.
Yes.
So this is currently a buff I'm pretty sure that can only be applied while you are using a Frost staff. And how it works is if you apply the chilled status effect to an enemy and you're using a Frost staff, in addition to putting minor maim on that enemy, it will also apply minor brittle. And what minor brittle does is it increases the critical damage taken by that character. So
there you go. There you go, guys. That's one bit of information that they did not put in the Update 28 combat preview. Now I can say it. More crit damage from ice stabs. But now I can talk about it.
Yeah, and everything that Rob's talking about, we go into a little bit more detail in the preview.
So,
it's on the forums. I think it's sticky to the combat and character mechanics.
The problem I can see with this is it's going to be pushed to a tank.
Again, all of this will be detailed out in the patch
dual,
on Monday,
not
the
dual,
PTS
sorry.
patch notes. So
double bar ice stabs.
Give your feedback. We'll make adjustments as needed as we kind of watch everybody try this out and see how things go.
And Rob, this is part of, you guys have been at this for a while, kind of slowly making little tinkering changes.
Yeah.
Like throughout the year.
Yeah, for over a year now, we've been, the team has been trying to go through and, it's just about applying standards. It's about looking at all of the sources of power in our combat system, where all the things come from, and trying to like make more sense of it so that we understand what the formulas are better and have like more control over how easy it is to get one thing or another in a more universal way. Like if I want to get more crit, if I want to do more damage, if I want more health, like so the team's been slowly, it's not a thing you can just do in one update because there's so much stuff in the game. So we've been taking it out chunk by chunk every update, and this won't be the last one. There will be more coming in the future. But it is getting to a place now where we have a better handle on it. Like I know it doesn't always necessarily seem that way when we're constantly changing things, but there is a method to the seeming madness. So yeah, that's the main things. It's update. It's the major and minor buff update. The critical hit and penetration sort of stat crunching, and then the Frost Staff update were like kind of the big three. There are a few other updates. I think there's some class balance stuff in there, but those were not the focus of the update.
Yeah,
we'll see the whole picture on Monday.
The preview actually ended talking about some Battlegrounds changes we're making to queuing. Which is
Battlegrounds.
You can actually. Give me just a second. Make sure. If you want to bring up my my screen there, Gina.
Oh, sure.
Yes, we announced. So back in update 25.
Do I feel overall optimistic about it? Next patch? Yeah.
We started an experiment. At that time,
NDA makes me
I
ready.
don't know if everyone remembers, but at that time, we had just recently relaunched a built from the ground up activity finder, like the matchmaking system and queuing system. We were still like sort of stabilizing it and getting everything working correctly. And one of the things that we decided to do was run an experiment on Battlegrounds. And how that worked is we basically got rid of the ability to group. It's a solo queue only. And so we've had that for almost 3 updates now, like 3 cycles now.
What's the goal of that test?
And the intent of that was also to kind of observe how players would respond to it, not just in terms of, we watched the feedback, but also watching how players were engaging it, watching how quickly matches would get made, checking sort of the competitiveness of like people's skill ratings on the background, all those types of
You'll
things.
reduce the crit, but increase how much crit
We're now
does.
ready to move on to the
you guys will
next
see.
phase of this kind of experiment.
You guys will
So
see.
we are re-adding the normal queue back in, but we're still keeping the solo queue. So what this means now is when you go to the activity finder for Battlegrounds, you can pick random battleground. So this is like the old normal queue. This is, you can queue in any size. You can queue solo, 2, 3, or 4 players. But there's also still a solo battleground, which you can only queue solo for. And in order to try to make sure that we're keeping queue times down in competitive matches as healthy as possible, we're actually removing the ability to select game type. So you can't like pick deathmatch or crazy king or anything like that anymore. And the reason for this is that every time that we add another type of queue or
Nephis
selection
good poker
like that,
face.
it's fragmenting players. And when you fragment, that means that you're likely, increasing their queue times, or you're creating matches that aren't as
it's really hard
competitive
for me
in terms of skill ratings. Or
it's
both.
really hard for me.
So this is what we're doing. I know a lot of players have been asking for this, going all the way back. Yes, we have seen the feedback for a number of months now that you wanted to see this. So we're going to give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and again, this is still kind of part of this whole test, so we're probably going to let this run for a little bit, see how it goes. This isn't a permanent change or anything, so yeah, we're excited to be able to bring this back for a little bit.
I can't stress enough. Ultimately, our goal is we want, like, when you're playing a battleground, what is it that you want, right? You want to get into a game quickly, and you want it to feel fair, right? And so that's always the challenge with matchmaking. And so a lot of the stuff we're doing is we're experimenting with different things. We're gathering data. We're kind of seeing how things play out, and then we're just trying different things to see what works best.
And with this method, it will only be split once, basically. People who join the solo queue will only join other people who have joined the solo queue, and people who join the group queue will only join people who are in the group queue.
Yes, if you queue for the solo random battleground, you will not. Everyone in your game is also a solo player. So
yes. it keeps what we had with the original test, but also brings back in the ability to like play with your guildmates or play with your significant other if you want.
Yep. Like it is not lost on us that people really want to be able to play with friends. And so we're gonna give this a shot.
So you have some other stuff that you wanted to show off in game, right?
Oh yes.
And this is again internal server. This isn't live yet, but it will be coming to PTS.
Yep. I did throw an Ice Heart set on just for Outcast. I know it's his favorite.
Lol.
So we got some UI quality of life.
Nephis, will you be my significant other so I can queue from Beachies? Sure, dude.
Again, this base game, everyone gets this. The first one is it's specifically for crafters, and specifically people who like to do writs. So
do you like what you're hearing?
I
You're
don't
saying?
know how many times you've been doing a writ.
That's what I'm talking about. I already knew. I already know what's coming for the most part. Or not all of it, but like the core stuff.
The crafting station,
that's why it's so hard for me.
Crafting station, and then you're like, oh man, what was I supposed to make again? And then you gotta pop out, and then you gotta look at it. I know PC players probably use add-ons to get around this, but guess what? Those of us playing on console don't have that.
Rob, I feel so called out right now.
So what we've done is, for starters, we have, when you now go to a writ station and you actually have an active writ quest in your journal, you'll start to notice a couple things. Right off the bat here on the left, you'll see that it actually shows the writ that is appropriate for the station you're at, and tells you what you need to make. On top of that, you'll notice there's some new features here. We have filters now over on this side. And let's say it's, well, I want to make sure that I have the items, that I have the knowledge to craft those items, and that I only want to see the ones for the quests that I'm making. And it filters it down for you. So you only see the things you need, so you can very quickly go through and craft the items that you want. And for those who are curious, you'll notice in here I have a master writ for the Cold Harbor's favorite, and I just happen to, isn't that amazing? I happen to have a Cold Harbor's favorite station in my house.
It's almost like we planned this.
Yeah. And it works for that too. So this is a clothing station, which means I could do either of my writs. So it actually has both. So you can click on which one you want to focus on. And when you come over here, it'll actually update based on which quest you've activated. And for people who are curious, yes, this also works
with gamepad.
With the gamepad.
Nice.
That's a nice quality of life update.
Such a nice quality of life feature, especially for people who
Yo,
do
Jessica's stealing my words, dude.
writs on multiple characters every day.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, you'll be able to do this now, both on PC and console.
What about an in-game dressing room? Or an in-game action duration window? Or a better buff or debuff tracker in-game?
We also have gone in and on our inventory screen, you will start to notice some new things. Excuse me. First off is that we have some new filters here. When you select a category like weapons or armor or whatever, there's now subcategories. So if like, I only want to see my two-handed weapons.
Cool.
I want to see my medium armor, right? Or light armor.
It's like
So you have that. Additionally,
inventory insight about your character.
There's a text search. So if I'm like looking for the
wow, they finally added a text search.
I can just type in the characters and it finds it for it now. Yeah. And this
helpful.
also, this again will also work on the gamepad. Additionally, it works with your bank and your guild bank. So now you can search for all these things. You can find items much easier now. Again, something PC players are probably like, yeah, I use add-ons for that, but not everyone uses add-ons, and the PlayStation and Xbox players, this will be something that'll be very helpful for them.
Especially if you constantly have a full inventory and bank like me. Where's the one thing?
So it's funny that you would mention full inventories.
Segue.
Because the last thing I want to talk about here is a brand new feature to the game that we've never talked about before. All you viewers watching right now are getting like the first look at this.
Here's the scoop.
Outside of ZeniMax Online Studios.
Big news.
Okay. What's the big news?
We are introducing a new system with Update 28 called Item Set Collections. And I'm going to start by talking a little bit about the
wait, is this
thinking of...
Is this dressing room?
Oh, sorry. Let me bring that back up.
Rob chat's freaking out.
That's okay.
No, it's good.
In a good way.
Bring my
in a good way.
Okay, so we have over 500 item sets in the game. I mentioned earlier we're adding 17 more, right? With Update 28. That's a lot of item sets, and
sure is.
We know a lot of people. You know, Elder Scrolls players, what do they like to do? They like to hoard stuff, right? We all like to collect stuff and keep it in our bags and our boxes and our banks, everything. So we know that players want to be able to hold on to these sets for a number of reasons. One of which is because, you know, when we're constantly doing these balance updates with combat, sometimes it might be like, ooh, I want to like try this set now. But, oh man, I deleted that set. And now I have to go refarm it, right? Or I have to go digging through my inventory to figure out where it is. And meanwhile, it's taking up a bunch of inventory space, right? So what we have here, what I'm showing on the screen, internally we like
I think
to
it's just a
refer to
tracker.
this as the sticker book.
I think it's just a tracker.
And what it does is anytime you bind an item to your character,
Okay.
It gets added to this sticker book also.
Okay.
And when this goes live on update 28, when you log in a character, it'll go through all your items, look at what's bound to you, and it will automatically add it to this system.
Now I know on.
What does that mean, though?
Sorry, we're all excited here.
Go ahead.
When we are on PTS, and everybody will be able to test this out. This is for the base game. You will have to log into each of your characters in order to kind of unlock everything. I'm not sure if that's
Correct.
how it's going to be on live too. Once this goes live,
I believe it will be that way on live.
Okay.
But yeah. So when you log in, it'll go through your items. It looks at what's bound. Again, it has to be a bound item.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me. You'll notice here with the sticker book, it actually also serves as kind of almost a sourcing reference inside the game that we haven't had before.
I don't get it.
Because now, let's say I want to look up, Ring of the Pale Order.
Is this
The item that I showed earlier, right? I can just type that in. Again, we have text filters for this now. There's also filters here, clickable filters that you can drive down. And you can determine whether you only want to show the ones that you currently have bound or not. And then you can find that item. You can see if you've collected it.
Okay.
Now, when you have collected an item, what that means now is you can safely get rid of that item, either by, I guess, maybe selling it to a vendor or deconstructing it, right? You won't be able to trade it to another item once it's bound, but you can safely get rid of it. Like, I'm not going to be using this anytime soon, but I've collected it now. It's in my sticker book. I can move on.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Is this account-based or character?
Oh.
I want to say it's character-based, but I can't remember.
Well, if it's character-based, it's useless.
Check it on PTS on Monday.
Yeah. Very testable.
So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to go
that,
back.
Wait, it costs transmutes, though. Oh my god, really?
We actually just got confirmation from Rich on the side. He's messaging us. He's saying it's account-based. So.
Yes, it's account-based.
Yes.
Yes.
See, now I'm going to get scolded by Rich on Monday.
He's watching.
So, why didn't you know that?
It's fine.
right.
It's fine. That was a question.
There's a lot here.
Yeah,
So,
that was a question that kept coming up in chat. So
Bro, this is huge. This is actually huge in terms of farming. This is huge.
For example, here I'm going to show you how this works.
Yeah, Alden, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
looking at
well,
Deshaun
I don't know, like,
right now, and you'll notice Mother Sorrow is at the top here. I haven't collected any of it yet, so but it just so happens that I have some Mother Sorrows in my bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip the helmet.
Okay, he's binding
That's
it.
gonna bind it to my character.
Now decon it.
I get the message saying that I've collected that item now. I go back to my collections menu. By the way, it's in the general collections menu on PC. That's a U key. It's the rightmost tab here. We call it sets. And now you will see it's got a marker on it that it's new, that I have collected that set item. Now, once I have collected a set item, I can safely delete it. So I'm going to go ahead back to here. I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to go to this crafting station.
Okay.
And deconstruct it. Oh no! Gold hat of Mother Sorrow gone forever. Okay. But now if I go back, actually, the next part of this is in order to once you have collected an item, you can actually reconstruct it.
Bro,
the way
I gotta
you
clip
reconstruct
this.
it is you can visit a
No, never
transmute
mind, I can't.
station. So transmute station, you can find one of these in Clockwork City in the Brass Fortress, or you can get them on the Master It vendor and put them in your homes. So either your own home, or if you have a friend's home or a guild home or something like that, you can go there and do this there. So when you go to the transmute station, you'll notice that there is a new tab called
Reconstruct. Okay.
and it looks identical to the collections menu. And so now you'll notice that because I've collected that, it'll give me the option to reconstruct this item. And what it takes to reconstruct is you have to have the appropriate crafting skill. You have to have the materials, which in most cases is the trait
cap was
stone
1,000.
and
They
the
raised the
transmute
cap.
crystal cost. So now there's a new thing you can do.
I gotta ask them. Did you guys raise the cap?
And then,
Transmute cap?
whatever tempers you need if you
I'm gonna
want
spam
to
it.
upgrade
Spam
the
it with me.
item.
Spam it with me.
If there are items that you can't normally get below a certain quality in the game, then you won't be able to reconstruct them in that quality either. So, like, monster masks.
Spam it! Spam it!
Only drop, I believe, in purple, epic or higher quality, so you can only construct them in epic or higher quality. This item you can get in green quality, so I could do anything I want. So in this case, I'm going to make it epic.
Spam it!
So, and let's make it infused. And so you'll notice that as I update all this, it's telling me down in the bottom right here what my cost is going to be. So 75 transmute crystals,
Good catch.
3
1,000 cap.
embroidery, and an elegant lighting. I hit my reconstruct button.
I'm a VIP. I can't be timed out.
Boom! I have now reconstructed.
I can spam.
If you look at it in your inventory, you'll notice we have a new icon there that says reconstructed. It basically makes the item automatically bound to you. You can't use it for research. It's basically just something you can wear. However, you can deconstruct it. And if you deconstruct a reconstructed item, I know it's a tongue twister. If you happen to deconstruct,
please keep asking in chat. Did they raise the transmute cap?
Cost that you paid to reconstruct it. That includes the transmute crystals.
Nice.
Full everything back.
That's good.
So there's no fear of losing.
See, it's 1,000. It's 1,000
that you invested.
Oh, too late to screenshot that.
Crystals.
I see a lot of people asking about transmute crystals.
So do
I'll
I.
get to that in a moment.
We see you.
So you'll notice that it costs right now, it says 75. There's actually a way to lower this cost. And you do that by binding more items from the same set. So let's go through and all of these.
That's genius. Bro.
I get a bunch of messages saying I bound them all. And now when I go back to here, the cost has dropped to 60.
Oh, okay, well.
So how quickly the cost drops depends on how many total items there are in the set.
So if you get most, it's like 30,
so
maybe
if I was to
20
collect
20
all
or
these,
30.
I believe
No, he doesn't have all of it
down
yet.
to
He doesn't have
25, I
the
wanna
two-hander,
say,
he doesn't have a
minimum
shield.
cost. Also keep in mind all of that stuff is
So it's
still,
about it's going to end about 20, 30 maybe?
progress. Things may be tweaked on PTS. But out of the gate, I believe it starts at 75 for the first item and works down to 25 for having all of them. Also, this system applies to all item sets in the game that are not crafted. So yes, there's PvP items, there's arena items, including the
This is wonderful.
the new ones that we just
This is
talked about
wonderful.
a little bit ago. And
25?
I want to make sure it's also understood that this is not additional storage. So this is not when you
of course.
when you delete your items, they're gone. What this does is it allows you to, once you have acquired them through whatever sourcing method they have in the world.
This
whether
is
it's a
cool. What are you
dungeon
guys
or whatever,
talking about, dude?
It just allows you to be like,
This is
well, I
amazing.
can safely get rid of this. I don't have to store it because I can always re-summon it later at a transmute station.
Bro.
And so
It's really
This
gonna
is
help with
amazing.
inventory.
Yes, that was definitely one of the goals here, was to just let people.
I don't
there's
care
plenty
why
of
they did
things
it.
To put in your inventory, why should it only, why should it predominantly?
I just
be
care
items
about it.
that you
It's
want? There's lots of
amazing.
other things players would like to
Yo,
store.
big hype, dude.
Including transmute geodes.
I have.
So, players who are looking at the system are probably like, Rob, how in the world could I possibly reconstruct all these items if I can only hold 100, or if I'm an ESO Plus player, 200 transmute crystals? They're all like the low cap. So, we launched the transmute system in 2017, and with the Clockwork City. And the cap has been 100 for all players, 200 for ESO Plus subscribers. And we know that players have a lot of these Transmute geodes in their inventory because they're like, well, I don't want to open it until I have space.
Yep.
So for update 28, you'll see this in PTS 1 on Monday. You'll actually notice that we have 5 times,
Yes.
5 times over increased the cap for Transmute crystals. So now all players will be able to have 500 Transmute crystals, and ESO Plus subscribers can have 1,000.
Bruh.
So you'll be able to reconstruct, if you've collected enough items into your item set collections, I believe we've figured out that you'd be able to make 2 full sets of gear with those caps. So yeah, that's kind of the new stuff here, right? Item set collection system, more transmute, a higher transmute cap. Also, we're going to be tweaking some of the transmute crystal sourcing as well. There'll be some minor changes in update 28.
Really?
Predominantly improving some of the PvE sourcing.
Yes!
Right now, it's definitely easier to get transmute crystals when you're doing PvP than PvE. We're going to improve the PvE a little bit, and there might be some other tweaks. And then we're also investigating additional sourcing improvements for the future. We're not ready to talk about those in detail right now, but it is something we're looking at.
Oh.
You dropped a lot of really good information there.
Yeah.
Chad is very, very excited.
Bro.
How excited are they? Are we going to do a poll? Are we still going to do a poll?
I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Well, what is this poll for?
Just asking people how excited they are for item set collection. They are mega excited.
Also, I mean, I want to call out while you're setting that up that it's a privilege to be able to be here and represent a very large team of people who are working on all these things. Both Finnegan and I getting to represent our team on. We have a lot.
I'm
of
done.
We've been working from home for 6
They
months.
can't say any more. That can hype this up further.
Really hard and continuing.
I just can't.
The game. There's
How
more
excited
coming.
am I?
Like, this isn't. We have
Bro.
more stuff coming in future updates that we're already doing, and it's a challenge, but we love doing it, and the players are awesome, right? Like the community is fantastic, and so we're just gonna keep going.
It really shows.
Please do.
Oh, go ahead, Justin.
I was going to say, it really shows when you all put in all these quality of life improvements that are directly related to things that the players have been asking for. So it's super exciting.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, it really is.
It's amazing, but it's not healthy for the
privilege us
game.
To be able to present this
I can see
information.
an argument
There
for
is a
it
huge
economically,
team working on all
but
of
I
this
think
that
overall it'll
are
make
really passionate
the
and
gameplay
I'm
experience
so
of
excited
ESO
to be able to at least talk about this
more
stuff with
fun.
you. And all the other things that they're actively
opinion?
working on. I know they read a lot of the feedback. They play the game. They know what
All replay value is
what
gone.
people want to see. So
Not really, because you need to still farm for the pieces.
We play the
this
game
has been
too.
a good stream. Yeah.
It's hard if you feel pain. We have felt it as well.
And it's like,
So before we wrap up, Jess and I are just going to go over the Lost Treasures of Skyrim event real quick.
but so many
this
people
is an
burn
in-game
out
event,
too.
As Richard mentioned in the video earlier. God, it feels like so long ago. This begins Wednesday, September 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern. It runs until Monday, October 5th at 10 a.m.
I mean, it's
Eastern.
bound to you.
This is
So
open to everybody who owns Greymoor. You have to have Greymoor access in order to participate, since it is tied to the antiquity system.
exactly, less focus on grinding. I don't have time
I
for
was going to
grinding.
say there are 2 different aspects of this event, which, Jess, you want to
Not
go through
always.
some of that?
Yeah, and there is a full
So no
article
trading.
up
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now
It's
on
great.
the ESO website that you can check out for the event. But just to kind of summarize, so this is similar to other celebration events that we've held in September the last few
Just
years.
because it's MMO doesn't mean you have to be
earn
miserable
bonus
playing it.
rewards when
Or be miserable grinding.
your daily
Grinding is
quests
fine,
found
but
in
I don't
Solitude,
like grinding
and
if it's
then resource
miserable.
nodes have double rewards. There's a chance for additional loot from bosses. The first time you complete a daily quest, you'll get a new.
That's like the
bulging
old way of
box
thinking for
Grey
MMOs,
Host
and that's why Ashes of
exclusive
Creation got so much hype for
I'm
it.
just picturing what this bulging box looks
Because
like.
it's straying away from the old MMO model.
And it has
And
a
I applaud
chance
ESO for doing it.
crafting materials, valuables that you can sell to vendors, zone set items, treasure maps and survey reports, Charis eggs.
It's like people can cry all they want about, oh, it's making players softer, but I think this is a great win for all of us, to be honest.
Host motif chapters, the new Sovngarde style pages, the
stuff.
Greymoor furnishing recipes. So a lot. The box has a chance to have some combination of all of that. And then as far as what you do together as the community, you're going to dig up antiquities anywhere in Tamriel to slowly unlock 3 tiers of rewards.
Yo,
These
so
are
fire,
super
thanks for
exciting,
subbing. I think we need...
new rewards.
Am I gifting a sub? Let me check.
Tier, so the first unlock is the horror within face and body markings. The fella there on the left has that.
I think we need one more sub and I'll gift a sub.
Yeah, you don't get this whole man. You just get the markings that he has on him.
Someone out there just got very disappointed.
Yeah.
Tier 2, the unlock is the Orchid Fall Veil Fawn Pet. It's very cute.
They showed this earlier.
Has kind of creepy eyes though.
Did she say the whore within?
He's seen some, you know what?
Yep. And then the one you all really care about, I think, or are most excited about, is Tier 3. So if you unlock all the milestones as a community, and we believe it, we believe in you, you can do it, is the Antiquarian's Alpine Gallery home, brand new Nord style home, and the Antiquarian house, the house guest whose name is Antiquarian Phaedra. This is the very first house guest that will be added to ESO, and we're giving it to you as a reward. So unlocked items will be added free to the Crown Store, so you can just go in and claim them once they're unlocked, either when you unlock all of them or when you run out of time. So basically when the event is over. Check the Lost Treasures of Skyrim page for the current progress. And note that these rewards can only be claimed if you own the Greymoor chapter. So you don't have to participate in the event.
If next year's serial focus year, I'll come back by the promise to run my Steam account max.
Okay.
All
Greymoor owners will
come back, dude.
These rewards as they get unlocked.
And again, for anybody asking, how do I get this again? All you have to do is dig up antiquities. And we're going to have a tracker on our website showing how far along we are with the amount of antiquities that everybody is digging up. And as long as we hit those markers, these things will slowly unlock. Or maybe quickly. I don't know. Maybe you guys will get it done super fast.
And then yeah, and then once they're unlocked, they'll stay up in the Crown Store for people to claim until the event is over.
Now, if anybody isn't familiar with house guests, this is the NPC that you see on the right of the screen. These are a new type of collectible character. You add them in your home just like you would with any other collectible, but you can interact with them and they kind of add some more kind of life and color to your house. So they're like little...
Yeah, it's the same... Yeah, exactly. I mentioned this earlier, BK. It's the same thing as the Somerset
How do I
home.
say this without sounding weird? I guess little NPCs that you add to your house. I was going to say people that just...
Well, don't delete them yet, Skinny.
So yeah, good stuff. That'll be starting next week in game.
On September 23rd.
Oh, jeez.
So that is, I think that's it.
Oh my gosh. We just unloaded a lot.
That was a lot of stuff. Great stream.
Just want to thank everybody for spending your Saturday with us. We know this was a little bit longer of a stream than we normally do, but boy, we just had so much to talk about. There was a lot there. So just to kind of recap everything, Markarth DLC launching in November for PC, Mac, Stadia, Steam, Xbox One, PS4. But PTS is on Monday, so if you have an active PC account, you can hop onto the test server and try all this out and give us some feedback, including the Zone of the Reach, Vanisher and Hollows, which is the new single-player arena, the item set collection that Rob showed off. A lot of really cool stuff coming. We do have multiple articles on the website that have gone up, just kind of outlining a lot of the things that we've talked about already. We do still have an issue in some territories. Can't access the website right now, but we are on it, so we will get it fixed as soon as we can. Twitch drops, don't forget, we have little purple torch bug. This will be going out to everybody who has their Twitch and ESO account linked.
99%
all you
good.
have to do is go to account.elderscrollsonline.com to link your account from there. Everything should be fine as far as linking your account. It's just the website with like the news and everything that is currently down right now. So should still be able to link, and that'll go out as soon as the stream ends, and it'll take a little bit of time for everything to go out, so be patient. Promise we'll get to you.
And don't forget, you can log in and play the Markarth Prologue quest right now. That is in the base game, so it's free to anybody who owns ESO. This Prologue quest and the Greymoor one are a great place to hop in and experience the Dark Heart of Skyrim storyline if you haven't already. You can do it at any level. So it's brand new free content.
And don't forget, all you have to do is go to the Crown Store for that and pick up the item called the House Ravenwatch Contract. It's free in the Crown Store under Quest Starters. That's where you find it. You get started.
So I just wanted to say thank you to the amazing global team. You always see the few of us who are on the stream, but there is a small army of people globally who help bring these types of events together and bring this content out to you all. So we just want to say thank you to everybody who is involved in helping pull this together and the content that you've experienced all year. And of course, thank you to all of our community for being a part of this year's amazing journey, for coming out to this stream. We're so grateful to have you with us, and we can't wait to share the rest of the content and events, and we have a lot of fun lined up for the rest of the year.
It has been a really good, I mean, it's been a great Saturday, but it has been an amazing year, despite some of the troubles that we've run into. I mean, Terra has been
2020, I don't know about 2020 being an amazing year for anyone.
Just want to thank everybody for all of your ongoing support. It's been amazing having you with us.
So thank you. Thank you all for joining us, and have a great weekend.
Yep. We'll
Thanks, y'all.
see you all
Stay
next
safe.
time.
We're not in the stream yet. We're not in the stream yet.